words that come out of their mouth. Yeah, they cuss like a sailor, but they follow my eye. They carry oaks and wear makeup and thinking it's hot. I think they need to stop. This is a new era. I wonder if the pharaohs of a war mascara. It probably was a death mask misunderstood. Don't let them D-boys catch them up in the hood. Why NOI? Stop patrolling the block. We get shot by the cops and we calling the cops. Come on, y'all was on another level. The black man was God, the white man the devil, now the white man, or better yet the European, and the Mars and the bean pies are sold by Koreans. I'm talking what I'm seeing, I'm just a reporter. How you call a woman a bee and you got a daughter. Talking about the Hebrews that demonize women and choose Esau over brothers and Kemet. Probably timid, soft, and scared to fight, yelling and wearing spikes, trying to fake me out right. But you can't fool me, cause you make a little noise, cause deep inside, y'all some scared little boys. You really wanna ride, let's take it to the beast. Get revenge for our people killed by the police. Yeah, right. Y'all ain't busting the grape. It appears that you fear you in love with hate. Correct me if I'm wrong, we might all don't get along. European psychology got us all gone. You think we divided cause I wear fez and she wear oak and he wear dreads, but the vision don't start there, it starts in the head. I'm here to wake you up and get you out of the bed. We ours to get you out the bed. I'm here to spread love and get you out of the bed. The vision don't start there, it starts in the head. I'm here to spread love and get you out the bed. Wake up. I'm here to spread love and get you out the bed. Wake up. I'm here to spread love and get you out the bed. Wake up. I'm here to spread love and get you out of the bed. Wake up. I'm here to spread love and get you out of the bed. Oh yeah, I'm here to spread love and get you out of the bed. Y'all think we divided cause I got a fez and you wear ump and she wear dreads. Y'all think we divided cause I wear fez. The vision don't start there, it starts in the head. And she wear ump and he got dreads. Moors need to wake up too, so I'ma wake up you, so we can get together, do what we gotta do. We ain't done much since the prophet left. More standing on law, we still in this mess. Haven't built the town to hold us down. Paperwork can't feed us, we looking like clowns. Never been to the temple, claim we follow the prophet, but I follow the prophet. I understand logic. People in the temple, time to hit the streets. Everybody do their part of, we ain't getting relief. The murder rate can be more than just gone crazy. Dope fiends ODing in the hood on the daily. Weed waste with chemicals, you drink and serve. We fighting over information, we got some nerve. They say that we conscious, we might know a little something, but we just frontin' cause we haven't done nothing, we lost. You think we divided cause I got a fez and she got a cross and he got dreads. You think we divided cause I got a fez and he got an unk and he got dreads. You think we divided cause I got a fez?
Yeah. Islam. I'm trying to be your friend, man.
That's right.
Trying to be your friend, bro. Help me out. Meet me halfway. Come on. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. Yo, let me be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Yo, let me be your friend. Peace and love. Hey yo, I used to be a thug until I met the prophet. Now I'm all about love, truth, peace, and freedom till I return to Allah. One day we gon' meet him. I'm all about justice, that's the focus of the message. Sometimes Asiatics make me wanna forget the lessons. I be all up in my passion from all the Moorish passion. All things considered, I start laughing. A grown man with a ponytail, another calling us Neanderthal, and he all pale. I mean, for real, this is what it come to, my brother. We got nothing better to do than talk down to each other. Yeah, we can be scholarly or we can get gutter. We all the children of our father, and the rest of our mother has nursed us all. And first of all, we beefing while the beam trying to murk us all. You need to chill, my brother. brother. Tell the elder the same, cause on the real, my man, I'm really both them things. I can take the feds off and get back in the low and return to the state where they used to call me dope. But no, I'm rolling with the prophet of Allah. I want love, not war. Standing on that floor, and I'm holding the square. The compass and the axe that might be too deep. Yo, let's not get off track. See, our prophet was an adept. Do you know what that is? An Egyptian adept is a brother who lived by the universal science developed in the Nile. We call it Islamism, but it's the same, my child. Sit at the foot of a master. I train you up, but I might have to bang you up. I still love you, and those that's talking that this ain't Islam. Everything the prophet brought is in the Quran. All that other stuff, prostrate and cover up is just the start. The nearest place to me, the law's the heart. You can dress like Imhotep, but you can dress like a herb. By the Moorish American Muslim unifies the word. You can say what you want about Dr. York, but he gave you different variations of the same thought. You don't appreciate that. You won't appreciate me. Appreciate the holy and divine Jubilee. People refuse to admit it. He the first that ever did it. Europeans hope that the Moors would forget it, but we here, strong, alive and well, resurrected from hell, with a story to tell. So pay attention and listen and consider the facts. You know it's humanly impossible for you to be black. I guess a Chinaman is yellow, a Mexican is brown. Just think for a second how ridiculous it sounds. We can turn it around, but we must unite. It's okay to disagree, but we don't have to fight. Cause if we have to fight, you know how we get. I'm still learning to love. No, I'm not there yet. So work with me, fam, and I'ma work with you. And let's all work together and do what we gotta do. Cause on the real side, we haven't made no progress since 1929 when the prophet left the flesh. We got an Asiatic president, men marrying men, psycho shooting up a club and don't see his own sin. And those that say they conscious, they took your bucks. Move straight to Hollywood, straight living it up. And y'all picking it up, straight cheesing and grinning. But it was your bread to help you set it off in the beginning. Be careful what you put in your soul, cause it could blind you. Unfortunately, some people get paid to misguide you, Oh yeah, I wanna be your friend. Peace and love, let me be your friend. Peace and love, I said you ain't never, and you will never. You ain't never, ever. You ain't never met a boy like this, and you ain't never, ever gonna be one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love, just let me be your friend. Peace and love, oh yeah, you ain't never met a boy like this, and you ain't never, ever gonna meet one again. Just let me be your friend. Peace and love, just let me be your friend. We about to get started, man. I wanna be your friend. Yeah, let me be your friend. We ain't trying to be enemies. I wanna be your, so let me be your, I wanna be your friend. Hey, yeah. We about to get started. Let's get the guests in the building. We about to get started, family. We're getting the guests in the building right now. About to get the guests in the building. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line. Joshua, I'm the more. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number. You a friend of the more than you a friend of mine. I was told to watch my enemies, now hold my line. Those who speak against the prophet, they speak against me. And I'm speaking about the prophet over Drew Ali, who was the first to remind you and bind you back to Morocco, the mountains, Mississippi, and Quebec. Told you you wasn't black, proving it straight back. You tripping off Trump, you need to be tripping off that. Now here we go again, acting like you a slave. The same people talk European how to bathe, and looking at women buying European hair. No love for self, but do the men really care? Hell no, cause they got a love for Europe. Whole generation chasing pills, weed and syrup. Yeah, they love Lil Yachty, Tucci, Gucci, Kodak, Amigos, Ross, Lucid. But when the love for the woman look like your mother, I guess they say it's all black when it's under the cover. Now cypher. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. To Hawker Bay front line till the law call my number. Super Sky
the workers. You ain't building on the ground, then you worse than a twerker. You look and sound good, but that's only on the surface. Probably working for the people. Now tell me what's your purpose. Ain't worried about your homie, but know that I know every mo that rockin' fast. He ain't my bro. Yeah, you know I ain't slow. I seen it all before. How they try to kill the prophet, it was all slow. And some got it right now. Don't say that I'm not down. I'm coming for my vast mistakes. I want my town, my shirt, my stores, my school, my nation. Sick and tired of the procrastination and debate. Y'all keep hating when love is the savior. You don't love yourself, so you can't love your neighbor. That's why you killing, fighting, Murray out of your race. If you ain't for more strong, then get out of my face. Cause Chinese love China, Italians love Italy. If you used to love the war strong, come on and build it with me. Let's go. I be that more you gon' remember. Hey, I'ma be that more you gon' remember. That's right. I be that more you gon' remember. Talk a Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. I'ma be that more you gon' remember. Oh yeah. I be that more you gon' remember. Tahaka Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. Be more. I be that more you gon' remember. That town. I be that more you gon' remember. Tahaka Bay front line till the law call my number. I be that more you gon' remember. LA. I be that more you gon' remember. New York. I be that more you gon' remember. Tahaka Bay front line till the law call my number.
There we go, family. Now we're about to start the show. Welcome to another edition of Morse World TV. I am your host. And what I was about to do the Big Shirley pop lock. Oh, I thought that was rerun, didn't y'all? Big Shirley could pop lock too. Y'all ain't see that episode when Big Shirley pop lock? I was gonna pop lock like Big Shirley. But me, y'all thought that was rerun? Nah, Big Charlie. They had an episode. No, for real. They really had an episode. And rerun was pop locking. Shirley came in that joint and they had a little pop lock battle. Big Shirley, she came in that demonstration, but then rerun shut it down. Rerun did the pop lock, threw that demonstration up there, and did the split. Y'all remember that? Who remember that one? Who remember that? Shirley came in that joint, and she did her little thing. Rerun said, okay, you want to play, do you? He did that demonstration, and then did a split. It was over. Oh my goodness. Crystal Muhammad, Big Shirley. Anyway, listen, if you don't like a little jokey joke, and now and then, this ain't your channel. Seriously, this is the channel for those who want research to uncover the fraud, who want resolution after we uncover the fraud, and a little bit laughter in the process. But tonight, family, I think we're going to have some guests on the show, family. And I'm going to be asking some questions about Dr. Alli Muhammad, because I've been hearing a lot of crazy stuff, family. I've been hearing a lot of crazy stuff. And I think we got to bring people on, because I really want the people to understand that we almost done. Listen, Alli, you're almost out the woods. We almost done. We ain't done yet, but we almost done. I got a whole presentation I got to give you on Alli on Monday, where I'm gonna run out his whole history for you, the whole thing. I'm going to show you where he started. I'm going to show you how he started, presumably. What they say when they don't want to be, when they say allegedly. You don't want to criminate yourself. Or allegedly. And then I'm going to come back with a presentation on Big Shirley.
And I'm going to show you where she allegedly rolled over. And I don't mean, like you do a snowball and they roll. Where she actually, where allegedly, ain't that how they say it? Allegedly. You feel me? Yeah. So I'm going to do a presentation on that. I got the history for you, family. I got that demonstration, family. I hope y'all tune in when I do that one. When the next two ones that I do, yeah, family. Ozone looking real bad. I talked to Ozone and I try to school him, man. Let me tell you about Ozone. I actually try to school Ozone. And like, bro, one thing that we got to say about Ozone is real. I will say that. I think Ozone is real, but he's misguided. And Ozone want liberation so bad, he would try to fight for liberation with the police. The police could tell Ozone. I'm talking about the straight up police with the blue suit and the badge and everything. And Ozone be like, man, you really trying to go? You ready to pull up? And the police say, yeah, we ready to pull up. They got the badge and everything. Everything. I'm talking about the hat, the whole outfit. And Ozone, he want liberation so bad, he'll start marching with the police. The police say they with us. For real. Y'all understand what I'm saying? He's serious, but he has no wisdom. He has no wisdom whatsoever, man. And it's sad that type of soldier can be misguided. That's the sad part. The sad part is that a person with that type of heart can be misguided, misled, and used for some devilish work. Seriously, that's the sad part about that. I'm trying to tell you, no wisdom whatsoever. No, man, and it bothers me, but hey, it is what it is. And the thing is, in the long run, it's all going to catch up. It's all going to catch up. It's all going to go full circle. And listen, if people ain't learned one thing out of all of this, if people ain't learned one thing out of all of this, that when one of their comrades fall, they just leave them on the ground to fall. They just leave them there to perish. That's it. And they go on to the next incident. You know how people were saying that, hold up, let me get this other guest up in here real quick. You know how people were saying like, well, yeah, she was at this spot, she was at that spot, she was at this spot, she was at that spot, right? But one of the things that people didn't understand, and I'll break it down soon, one of the things that people don't understand is that the only way that you can keep this jig going, you got to trace tragedy. You have to. You have to chase tragedy. And that's what people are doing to try to prove their legitimacy. They show up at a tragedy, they hoop and holler Black Power, and then they think that qualifies them to being legit. But you and I know that over 207 people watching this right now. I hope that 207 or 210 would have a job. And if you don't, I pray that you create one, find one, make one. But nevertheless, you and I know that if you are not performing the job that you signed up for, then you already know you ain't gonna be in that job too long. So when we look at the track record, there is no successes. There is none. Showing up, screaming Black Power is not a success story. It's just not. If you've been doing that for 15 years, 10 years, showing up, screaming Black Power and passing out sandwiches, and I think we need that too. But we got a sister on here tonight that she does it. She does it. But that is not her claim to fame. She does it because she wants to help her community. But if you throw on a outfit screaming Black Power, walking around with a gun, and you haven't not accomplished anything as an organization? Nah, buddy. Nah, that don't fly. That don't fly. And people need to check this stuff at the door. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for, I think I've been doing social media for about 4 or 5 years, give or take. And I can name some accomplishments. I can run them down. Just from social media and what I do in the Moorish Science Temple of America. I can run down some accomplishments. These people can't run down no accomplishments, none whatsoever. But with that being said, I want to thank, I want all the smoke. I want to thank all those who hit the Cash App, all those that hit the the dollar sign symbol. I appreciate y'all. But with that being said, we're about to get into something. I want to talk to General Demira real quick as we wait for everybody else to come in. But I'm going to start with General Demira. And I'm just going to start right there. You follow me? King T, shown from the side. You feel me? You feel me? Shown from the side. Sister Demira, can you hear me?
I can hear you well. Peace and blessings. Thank you for having me again.
Indeed, sis. And I hope that you will put your organization's information in the chat, so as we go through, people can support what you're doing on the ground there, and even help you out in the things that you're facing. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Mo Black. Now listen, family. We're gonna have a problem here. We got Mo Black in the building, family. Y'all like Mo Black? Give me a 1 if y'all love Mo Black. Give me a 1 if y'all love Mo Black. We got Mo Black in the building, family. Oh yeah. Give me a 1 if y'all love Mo Black. I'm waiting for it to come up the screen because Mo Black, because Mo Black says she keep it 100. She say, Grand Sheik, I keep it 100. Uh-oh. All ones go up the screen with Mo Black in the building. So before family, and I got a surprise for you tonight too. So General Demira, let me put you on hold for 1 second. Let me add everybody. Mo Black, you got a whole bunch of ones going up the screen, sis.
Black Power, Grand Sheik.
Hey, Mo, peace and love, sis. Hey, sis, listen. I want y'all to stand by because we have a special guest tonight. All right? So I want y'all to stand by because we got a special guest tonight, family. Are y'all ready? And I want y'all to give with the Europeans we said, won't y'all give a hearty applause for General Lavita. God. So I'm gonna mute General Lavita and Mo Black for a second. And I want to introduce you all to General Lavita Melanin Goddess. So let me mute them real quick so we don't have no interruption on the mic.
What's up, more Black? I love her. That's that queen. Hey, Tia.
Black Power, General Lavita.
Oh, Black Power, Queen, Black Power.
So here we go, family. Give me 1 second. Let me get you. So
I see y'all on TV. I'm at my daughter's house.
So General Lavita, how are you, sis? How are you?
I am Black-tastic.
So listen. General Lavita, how are you? Oh my goodness, you got to turn down the background.
I don't even know. I'm at my daughter's house. I'm gonna have to get one of these children. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Can I do this?
But you can hear me, right?
Oh, absolutely. I can hear you really well.
Yeah, okay. And you on point. So that's good. But the TV is going to back feed in. But we good. But
let me see how I do it. Oh, okay. I got you. I
want to say respectfully, this is Queen Mother here. This is family. I want to introduce her as Queen Mother, General Lavita. In fact, she is all of our senior. In fact, she is all of our mother in all intents and in all truth and reality. You feel me? So I don't want to see anybody that I see come out their mouth wrong in the chat. I'm gonna have to kick you out for tonight because I want to hear General Levita story, and I'm asking y'all to hear the story also. For she is one that took Ali in and his family when he went to Milwaukee, and she experienced a lot. And speaking to her, I will say that she has never with many of the guests on him, she's never came malicious. She's never came malicious. She's always, I've been speaking to her almost since this started, close to it, you know? And she has never said anything maliciously towards Ali or his family. But she has expressed the truth in what she experienced. And so, and this is the thing before I pass it to General Levita. In telling this story, many people would believe that it's an attack on Ali. But in fact, I think it becomes a check on the culture that has developed out of this set of circumstances. Right. And the culture that has developed is women being misused and abused. The culture that has developed is the misappropriation of power. When we get into these organizations or join these organizations, it's supposed to enhance our power, not misappropriate the power or deplete our power. But this experience has been a misappropriation of power, and it has depleted a lot of power. But now we are powering back up. So General Levita, where are you from? Tell the people where you're from. Let's start from the top. Where you from, General?
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
How long were you a part of the you're a part of
I didn't hear you. I can't hear you.
There you go. I just muted Mo Black. Because they're gonna come in a minute. Yeah. But were you a part? How long were you a part of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party?
I think General Jamal recruited me sometime in 2017. I might be a little, maybe it might be late 2016, but General Jamal recruited me because I came from the original Panthers in Milwaukee. I was the original. I was always a Panther Cub. My brother is 9 years older than me. I'll be 60 in September. So my brother was an original Panther here with Michael McGee Sr., that you heard General Jamal talking about, and I've always been a Panther Cub. And my mother was like the Panther Scout mom, in Milwaukee. She would always cook the meals and we would feed the people and stuff like that. So this always been in my family. This all I know. You know what I'm saying? To represent and uplift our Black people economically, educational, empower Black people. That's what we're supposed to do.
So with that being said, after experiencing all of those years as a Panther Cub and your family being active in the movement, and you see what has happened now, what is the comparison? Is it
all I say, I call it, and my kids laugh at me, I call it the new Jack generation. And that means they don't give a care about Jack. And I'm not saying everybody, I'm gonna say some because that's a blanket statement. I just say because of the new technology, far as like Facebook, websites, and all these different things. So things is different, So when we used to recruit, when I remember my brother used to recruit, and we would go door to door. It would be people in the community talking to each other, And a lot of Panthers was former gang members. You know what I'm saying? Right. So a lot of people, like my brother, he was a L. Rookin, Black Police Stone Ranger, stuff like that. So it's just totally different. People do things different. And like I said, it took me 15, 20 minutes to get on and sleep. I had to give my granddaughter, I said, baby, how you do this? And I'm serious.
Yeah.
And they know how to do them things. You know what I'm saying? I really didn't have any knowledge or try to get on this link. And my granddaughter was laughing. She said, "Grandma, I help you." And I was like, "Thank you, baby."
Yeah, it's man, that's a beautiful thing. When you linked up with General Jamal and you joined, what was were you given a title? I noticed that a lot of people off the top they have the title general. Were you given a title general off the top? How does that work? How did that work in Milwaukee?
Well, actually, Ali gave me like a title. Well, what it was, General Jamal gave me a title right away, being that I had a lot of experience and stuff to that nature. So that wasn't no problem. And like I said, we didn't see Ali. Ali didn't come to Milwaukee like right away. We would always be on the phone conference, like having the phone conference, and then would be like 3, 4, maybe 5 hours. So he didn't come to Milwaukee till maybe like a month or 2 months later, because the Milwaukee chapter had blew up. They had got really big, and we were doing a lot of things. We were doing a lot of feed the people. I had bought a lot in a garden to start feeding our people, to show them how to grow vegetables and stuff like that. So we were really becoming a big chapter and doing a lot of things. Like our fees were enormous. We weren't just feeding people. We were giving them clothes, diapers, baby formula, money. We just blew up big because what happened was I was always working with Vine. It was called Program in the Park. And Vine joined us. He was the minister of communication because, he has access. He has a lot of followers for his Facebook and stuff like that. So he had a lot of followers. So he like joint efforts, like with the Program in the Park, and then with the Panthers. So everything, like, we just really blew up here. It was a really big chapter.
Okay, and so as y'all was doing all the work, let me ask you, because and I asked the tough questions. Mo Black and Demira, I'm bringing y'all in soon. I just need to get General Levita her time. With that being said, many people wanted to characterize Jamal as some agent or something like that. What do you have to say to that?
Absolutely not.
Let me say this. I'm not defending Jamal. I don't know. What I'm saying, I don't know one way or the other. I know what he presented here. And I honor what he presented here until somebody can disqualify it. But I want to ask the question because he recruited you. And so I don't want anybody saying, "Oh, he endorsed Jamal." No. Nobody has debunked what he put up yet. Hey, there it is.
No, as far as what I seen, he is not an agent. And to characterize one as an agent, we have people. When somebody tell me somebody's an agent, like I'll be telling people about COINTELPRO. COINTELPRO could be the jealous person, somebody that's hating on you. It can be so many varieties of what you call COINTELPRO. So far as General Jamal being an agent, no. General Jamal is the good guy. If you only knew, he was the financial support for the Milwaukee chapter. Like anything we needed, like when we did feeds, he was the one going to the store, buying and stuff, making sure we had this, making sure we had that. He paid for the iron merch that we had. It was $983 because I was with him. We had to go in front of the board, at City Hall, in front of the chief of police and 3 aldermen before we could get we got like a permit, to pay for a permit. So no, General Jamal is not no agent. He is a stumped down good brother.
Indeed. So when man, we might have to bring you back. We got a whole house. We got a house for. So when ultimately when did you meet Alli Muhammad?
Maybe like 2 or 3 months after we got in. He said, well, actually, what transpired was when I had left the original Panthers, uh, and it's run by a gentleman named his real name is Daryl Farmer. I grew up with him and I've been knowing him for years, but they call him King Rick. Um, he came to one of our feeds and he threatened me a couple of times, So I guess I had told Ali what transpired, and Ali said, I'm gonna come up there. I just need to check this guy and get him in order. I said, I really don't want it to be a fight. Maybe you guys need to sit down because it don't look right. Two black organizations, arguing. That don't look right. And I said, it makes us look bad. I said, let's be the bigger person. Let's have a sit down and you talk with him and because it's enough work here that we need 2,000 groups. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not a point of if we Revolutionary Black Panther, he the original Black Panther, and General Jamal is the legacy Black Panther. It doesn't make a difference. We need a foot Black Panther, a green Black Panther, and whatever else, as long as it's dealing with supporting and uplifting our people. So it was a big to do with him and Daryl Farmer, and Daryl Farmer would get on the radio and say, it should be no other Panthers here. They stole the name and stuff like that. It was just a lot of nonsense. So finally, I went to the mosque and I talked to Minister Williams because my mother, we was Muslims for like forever. So I was raised Muslim. So I went and told Minister Williams, can we have a mediation? Because I feel somebody's going to get killed. Somebody's going to get shot because we did have altercations where they don't carry weapons, but we did. And it was an altercation. And first and foremost, rest in power, General Nashika Bryan. She transitioned about 2 days ago. She lost her battle with cancer. She was a general here. Back then, we was meeting. We had to go to some type of event, and they were there, and they really wanted to fight us. And General Nashika like stood up and like pulled, a weapon out, So I knew at that point that it was time for us to have a deep mediation, and Minister Williams set that up for us to have a mediation. As a matter of fact, it's a news clip about it. We was on the news every other day, so it's a big news clip. I think on WISN 12 that we had a mediation. Everything worked out. That that we felt King Rick finally said, well, if they doing the work, I can't be mad. So that worked out as far as that.
So when did Ali actually come to town? And when he came to town, because we're gonna get straight to it. I got 3 people waiting in the back. When he came to town, did confusion start almost immediately?
Well, I can say
according to Jamal and other brothers from Milwaukee that have not come on the show, I will say, one of my Moorish brothers reached out to me and was like, bro, what's up?
He reached out to me too. He called me.
He was like, brother, what's going on? And so I'll be coming to Milwaukee soon to do a lecture there with my Moorish brother. But yeah, he reached out to me and was like, bro, this guy here is a full agent, a whole agent. Yeah. And we had to get him out of Milwaukee. And this is the first time I'm really mentioning that here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he said, and I don't want to misquote. He said, I don't know if that's what he is, but we got him out of Milwaukee.
Yeah, it was a lot of stuff going on. But what had happened is when he got here, the young lady just kept coming by my house. And I had told her, I said, Queen, I said, what's going on? And she said, well, Ali told me to come over here. And I told Ali, I said, you know what? I said, I can't tell nobody what to do because we're all grown. But I'm just going to say this. If you indulge with another woman, and you got Amina, you got Maud, and then you want to indulge with another woman over here, not telling the other 2 wives and keeping it a secret. What goes in the wash come out at the rinse. I said, have you ever heard that saying? He said, yeah. I said, if you really and truly um want to indulge with this other queen, and you should tell your other wives. It shouldn't be like no secret type of thing, but nevertheless, that didn't work out too well because he didn't let them know. At the time, I think my aunt had called a couple of times, but Amina had called a lot. She said she was calling me because she couldn't get him, and I never revealed what he was doing because I didn't want to be the pickle in the middle. But I would relate a message to um to Ali and say, "Hey, Amina is calling. She want to know what you doing. Why you not answering your phone? Like I told you before, what you do in the dark always come to light." I mean, it's up to you. You keep choosing this path. You think it's slick. Ain't nothing slicker than axle grease. And I think Amina got that axle grease for you. So, I mean, I don't know. But he persisted on and, carried on and told the young queen that he was going to marry. They was going to have a wedding. They was planning a wedding. And, what he really said that. And it really actually came out his mouth. Oops.
So basically, man, this man trying to be a gigolo. He trying. Oh my goodness! What he do to your phone? Oh nah. What he did to your phone? Hold up. He did something to her phone. Hold up. Hold up. Let me see. Hold up.
No, I know my phone, like it's like people calling me, and I don't know how to stop people from calling me while I'm on this live broadcast. So I'm trying to push the button when they call me, so it will stop. But nevertheless, like I was saying, that he continued the relationship with this young lady, and all the time, what made it so bad, what bothered me was like, Ali is a straight vegan, and Ali doesn't eat any meat, and I would take him out to eat to this restaurant here was called River West, and they have a lot of good vegan food. So I would drive and take him. It would be me, him, and her and Nazir. Always, Nazir's with him too all the time. And when she would get out the car, he said, "I'm not marrying that such and such and such and such." And I said, "But you know what?" I said, "You the chief. Lead off example. If you talk about everything what everybody else say, but if you're doing way worse than what they're doing, what you think everybody else gonna do?" You know. But he would always say when she was gone that he wasn't gonna marry her. I'm not gonna be with her. And it put me like I said, I felt like the pick on the middle. I would have been wrong not to try to give the queen some guidance to say, "Look, I didn't really want to like say it like to her face. I would just give her little hints. I would say, Queen, you know what? It's something better for you. Uh, the ancestors, the creator got something better for you because this ain't it. Not saying Ali bad, not saying you bad, but I said, this is not it, Queen. And I said, it's something out there. It's somebody out there for you. But this person is not the one."
Let me ask you before I bring everybody else in and we'll have a conversation because I got to get Sister Hashima in too. I want to ask her a few things too. And the purpose of this is to bring awareness. I don't think no sister or brother should have to fall for this. You know what I mean? I don't think even the brother that you mentioned, what was the brother you say that's with him all the time?
Nazir.
Nasir. Like it seems like every time I hear about him, he sounds like Ali's, excuse me, no disrespect intended, but I just got to put the emphasis on to give character to what I'm saying. Sounds like he is little puppy dog.
I'm not gonna say that, but I'm just gonna say
I'm not asking.
Okay, respectfully, I'ma always tell you, Ali never talked crazy to me. He was always respectable to a certain extent. And I told him respect is not what you say, it's what you do too. If you are doing these different things with that young queen and I have knowledge of it, that wouldn't be right for me as me being an elder to not to give her guidance. I would be wrong. I mean, so I have to be right. I can't, because I want my karma to be right. I want all positive energy. I don't want nothing negative. I want all positive energy flowing in my atmosphere.
Right.
So I have to check myself and say, hey, I can't, fall in line to what you're doing. I know it's wrong, you know, and actually what I actually did, and everybody thought it was wrong, but by me constantly talking to the queen and wasn't nobody listening, trying to talk to Ali at the same time, when Amina called me and I said, Queen, why don't you just fly down here? She said, how I'm gonna do that? I said, I pay for your flight. You know why I did that? Because I know that would break up all that foolishness. I knew what Ali intentions weren't right, and I knew that the queen that liked him, I knew that she really cared for him. So when I did, she said, sure. I said, give me your name and I'll pay for your flight. And I pay for her flight. And I went downstairs and I told Ali, I said, Amina's flying in tomorrow. I paid for her flight. His face went like this. And I said, well, you could be mad, glad, whatever the case may be. This is my house all day, every day. So, you know, but I got cussed out, from the other queen. Of course, I understand and I respect that. But you know what? Right now, today, that queen loved me because you know what? She's married to a man that adores her footprints. That got a very good job that's taking care of her and all of her children. And I told her, I said, now see, remember when I told you that king was waiting for you? She said, yep. I said, I told you. So, nevertheless, people don't see sometimes the forest from the trees. Love can blind you and make you have wrong decisions. But sometimes you just have to be humble. Remember, I always used to tell you the best revenge is no revenge.
Indeed. Indeed. So are you still a part of the organization? I know you say you've been in for life. That's all you know. Are you still a part of it?
Well, what I do now is that I do a lot of other work here. It's so much work in our community. We're never done. So I'm not a part of RBPP. No, I would never be a part of them. Unfortunately, I hate things happen because actually the when we doing stuff for our people, and the only person is losing is our people. Like when I seen when they pulled up at your house, I mean, that's not nothing conducive. That's not nothing that's gonna help our people. What I would like to tell Crystal Muhammad, I'll ride with her. Let's pull up at Chavez house. What's the dude that's on trial right now? Let's
Yeah.
pull up at Zimmerman house. That's not, whatever way she may think of you, whatever. The Peckerwood that did 50 billion things to us and our ancestors at this point. We get amnesia on them crackers. You know what I'm saying? So when a brother or sister do something, we have to learn to, like I said, to turn the other cheek, try to forget about it, try to move on. Don't be so callous. You know what I'm saying? She, that really kind of hurt me when you said she pulled up at your house.
Oh
Come
yeah.
on now, queen. I know she, and I'm not trying to downrank her because I love my sisters, but I wouldn't have did that. I'll be trying to find out where Zimmerman at, shit, Dylan Roof. What, it's so many crackers done so much stuff was shit. We got a list. We could go down the list and say, hey, we can go by this dude house. We can pull up over here. I'm gonna pull up at another brother house, like Dr. Khalid Muhammad said, we quick to kill each other. Let's go kill a real enemy, our oppressor.
How about that? How about that? The queen has spoken. Stand by, General Levita. Don't go nowhere. We got, should I say, General Hashima?
Hey, man, how you doing, Queen?
Everybody. So Hashima, don't you come for me.
I'm not coming for you. coming for you.
I just-
I'm coming in peace and love. That's
How
what I'm
you
coming.
doing, sis? How you doing, sis? Glad to have you.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How you doing, General Levita?
Oh, I'm black-tastic, baby. Every day is a
I
good
know
day when
that's
I
right.
wake up.
You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Queen. Thank you. You do too. Ain't seen you in
Thank
a
you.
minute. You still look the
I
same.
know. Yeah.
So, Sister Shima, how things been going on your end? What's happening?
Yeah, things been going on my end pretty well. Been getting the chance to review all of your guests. Thank you for having us on your platform again. We really appreciate it. I think it's necessary, it's definitely needed, in my opinion, to help facilitate healing, forgiveness, restoration, and so on. So I really appreciate that. So I'm doing well. I think that initially your show opened up some wounds for me, that I had to attend to. And I think I'm in a position now where I can adequately have a conversation, an effective conversation.
Oh, that's so good. And let me say this: that is what this is all about. I think people think that I might come off as antagonistic sometimes or something like that, but that's not what it is. When I didn't choose this, I opened up my platform to try to help. Initially help Sister Crystal Muhammad because I seen her as a sister with a leadership role, and I'm always. And I was in an interview last night with some Moorish Americans. I was like, man, there's too many Moorish American Grand Sheiks. We need some Grand Sheikesses. Like everywhere, every time you go, it's a man,
Right.
it's a man, it's a man. Where are the sisters? Where are the sisters? And I told the elder Grand Sheik that in the Moorish paradigm, but I see that all around. We need more sisters. So I wanted to promote Sister Crystal and help her to build what she is a part of.
Right.
Until she brought Ali into the picture.
Mm-hmm.
And once she brought him into the picture, everything went to the left. Went to the left.
Right.
And then it ultimately revealed who she ultimately was. Whether people agree or disagree with me. Initially, I was trying to help a situation. Even with Ali coming on, my intentions was to help the family of a fallen comrade.
Right.
How can we so fast forget that now Tahaka Bey is the agent? Now Tahaka Bey is the agitator. Now Tahaka Bey is this bad guy. But initially, I opened up the platform to assist. But then it went off the road. And now here we go. So now what we got to do is assist in another way. We have to let the public know that this is not a reasonable option towards the path of liberation. It's just not reasonable. Many groups may have problems. Many groups may try to work out difficulties, and it may be some infighting, but it's still reasonable that we could go in that direction. This is not reasonable. It's what I want to bring to the people. This is not reasonable. It's not logical, and it should be abandoned immediately. And with that said, Sister Hashima, anything you want to add? Because I can talk and I can run some questions down, but I'm gonna let you open up the door. Anything that you brought to the table before that you wasn't satisfied, that you expressed enough, or anything else you want to add?
Well, no, I think that mostly I'm just grateful to be able to see so many genuine, authentic people that is really working for the people. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that I don't know if it was I don't know that it was intentional or not, because I'm not in anybody's mind, or I'm not omniscient, but I feel like that a lot of relationships were broken as a result of this. I feel like people were hurt even by people that didn't even intend to be hurt or hurt, and I feel like that this is a good opportunity, as I stated before, to heal and work on it, work on these relationships to come together and do what we can together to help our community. As you could already see, and I have also seen, mean? That people are still doing the work on the streets, in the streets with the people. The people still know them. And as a result of that, I feel like that whomever is willing and whoever would like to get together, even if it's monetarily support, and so that we could just be there for one another. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Indeed, indeed. And you know, I wanted to ask a few questions. Maybe I should bring the mayor up in there. Well, Mo Black, I think she fell off a little bit. But I wanted to ask a few questions. It's a lot of strange stuff that has been coming into my inbox. And no one have to answer it if they don't want to. I'm sure you are aware of that. But it's a lot of strange stuff that's going into my inbox. Accusations, if you will, of child molestation, accusations of, I don't want to say multiple, but forcing sisters into abortions. I mean, I'm talking about really cross the line. This is why I named this the Despicable Acts of Alli Muhammad. Now, I don't want to go into any detail. That's what I don't want to do. But have these type of conversations went throughout the movement that these things was possibly happening without no detail? I don't want to get into any details.
Right. As for me, I didn't personally hear about most of these things until after I was gone.
Right.
I did hear that these happen. A lot of these things happen. I believe that it was a credible sources where I heard them from. And I would have to believe and think that it is some truth to some of it. That's
What I'm saying
that's
is
our reality.
when it gets to that point, we're talking about, like, you know, we have this stop snitching culture. You know what I'm saying? We got this stop snitching culture. But where do we draw the line when the children become endangered? You know what I'm saying? Like, when do we draw the line and say, and I ain't talking about going to them peoples, because we don't need to put the people in nothing.
But you know what? Bobo and them could have handled it, right? If we just had known. You know what I'm saying? We got enough street gorillas that could have dealt with that know that this is inappropriate and could have handled it. I would suppose. But I think part of it is the people who don't want to talk. Sometimes they think that it's because it's their fault. They shouldn't have been there. They shouldn't have had their kid there. They shouldn't have, you know what I'm saying? They shouldn't have been asking for it. If they wasn't in that position, in that place, then it may not have happened. And so maybe it's shame that prevents them from telling what happened. I don't know. What I do know is that it's not cool at no capacity at forcing nobody to have anything other than a mutual relationship among adults. Children cannot consent.
Right.
And then the thing is, you know, when I hear about, I will say I've heard about, and I don't know if it's true. I will say I don't know it's true at this point. But I've heard a minimum of 2 sisters forced to get abortions. Now, one thing for sure and 2 things for certain, I don't agree with abortion. That's just me. But I would never impose my belief on anybody.
Right.
But what really becomes the issue is when you're screaming Black Power and you are supposed to be principle driven, and you will go amongst your membership, if it's true, and commit these acts of indecency, if you will, and then a seed is planted, and now you pull the seed out from the root. That's a bit out there for a liberation organization and a leader thereof.
Right. And if it was anybody else, I would say that they needed to be castrated and their penis be hung up on the pole for the birds to eat.
Wow.
You said that without a smile. I gotta use the bathroom. Mo Black.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Hey, Mo Black, are you there, sis?
I see her.
Hold on, I think Mo Black is muted. Let me see.
She on mute.
Mo Black.
Black Power Grand Chic, yeah, I'm here.
Mo got her glasses on. Hey, Mo Black, Akhenaten
Let me take these
may not be in the
motherfuckers down.
building. Nah, you put on them glasses for Akhenaten. That's what you doing. I know what's going on.
I ain't gonna start no motherfucking shit, Grand Chic. You come over here being invested every motherfucking week, man. Stop.
All right, Mo Black.
What's up, man?
Hey, Grand Chic Akhenaten in the building, too. Put him back on.
Don't you start no goddamn shit.
Hey, Mo Black, did you hear?
What's going on?
Mo Black, did you hear what I just said, Mo Black? There was allegations, if you will. There's allegations that has hit my inbox that not only has molestation happened in his residence, but also some sisters have been forced into abortions. I don't want to say any names or something, but I just think it's very important because sisters who are watching this and they hear about RBPP, they need to know that go to another Black Panther group because this ain't the one. This is the point where I'm putting emphasis on this. You follow me?
Right.
So Mo, are you familiar with any of that conversation? No names, no situations.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, that's all I want to say.
Very familiar with it.
Yeah, the only reason I wanted to put that out
there. I personally know one. But I heard of the other ones.
Yeah,
it's believable, man. You got to realize who you dealing with. If you ain't like personally dealt with this man and been in his, you know what I'm saying, his presence, his, you know what I'm saying. Everything gonna sound far fetched, like we making this shit up, but it's real. It's real, man. Shit, real, Grand Chic. And I believe every word that everybody have ever hit my line and talked to me about. I believe it. I believe it.
I mean, it would be one thing if it was like one or two people, but when you're talking about a slew of people and all of them is saying the same thing, and if you understand the dynamic,
the same thing, right. Queen, it's the same, like same a tape recorder. It keeps playing.
If you understand
and
the dynamics,
these women don't even know each other.
That's what I'm trying to say. The way they triangulated it prevent people from talking to one another. Most of them don't even know about each other, about their story. So in my opinion, if multiple people come over and over and over again and say the same, it's true. And that needs to be dealt with. It really needs to be dealt with.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, when that happened with the Queen here. She went to a radio personality, really big radio personality here. His name is Homer Blow. And Homer Blow had that radio show. It was like 3 hours long and it was live. And he had over 3,000 people. I mean, that show, I mean, it was deep. I mean, Ali was there when the show went on, and I called Homer Blow. You know, I actually called him. I've been knowing him forever. And I said, he's standing right here. And Homer Blow said, and I said, Ali, you need to get on the phone. I mean, if you see the record, you need to get on the phone and apologize. Because that was when he had supposed to went to the house and you know, kick the sister or hit the sister or something. I didn't go. I stayed back because I had to watch their baby. But I told him, like I said, before they go over there, I said I would not go over there because you had already said that you was done with the young lady, and now she's going on. So why would you and Amina want to go over there to start some mess? Leave her alone. She was already hurt. What you gonna just go rub salt in the wound? Just leave her alone. I said nothing's good is gonna come to that. And as sure as my name Levita, they went over there, and that happened. he assaulted her or something happened, because she called me back. She called me and she said, get him out your house. He came over here, he hit me or something. And when they came in the door and I said, why? I told you don't go over there, but you went over there anyway. Now everybody's gonna come over here and want to do demise to you. And by all rights, I said, let them. But see, people have to understand, at my house at that time, my mother was living there. My mother was 80 something. I was taking care of her, and I had another child here. So I couldn't let all that correspond. It was already enough corresponding there. That was like what they call a straw, that the last straw to camel back. I had to find a way to so it wouldn't be a big to do at my house, So I told Ali and Amin, I said, y'all gonna have to go. I mean, I can't have y'all here. General Jamal calling me on the phone, Mike Kim. I mean, people was calling. I'm coming over there. We finna come up. We gonna put them out. We gonna throw them out. And I said, you can't. They have a baby. F that. That. I said, no, I'm not doing that. You're not coming over here and do it. I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna make sure they have money and they're gonna leave right. I'm not just gonna throw nobody out. Milwaukee winters are treacherous. It's not like it's 20. It's 20 negative in Milwaukee. I'm not about that. So I got the money from another comrade. They loaned me the money. I told them I'll pay them back. And I gave them the money. I said for them to go. Oh, right that moment when they were leaving, General Jamal was calling me so much. Like he was on them. Like, I'm coming. I'm not going to disrespect your house. I said, well, they gone. General Jamal said, I see him. And I thought he was gone, but General Jamal and them, they were outside my door. They were gone. They had some words or whatever, but like I said, I just didn't want all that in my house. I had a mother there and another child. I just didn't want all that there. And people thought I was saving Ali or trying to protect him. That wasn't the case. It's that, like I said, when I'm not so much like the type of person to want somebody to kill somebody. Unless we killing the cracker, I'm marching to kill them. But I'm talking about my brother and my sister. If I can find a way to avoid an altercation, then I'm gonna do that. Even though I know everybody, Ali, it was bad. I'm not sticking up for no shade, fashion, no form. But I just didn't want that to transpire in my house, So.
Indeed. Let me bring in Sister Andanike. Hold on. Sis, are you there? Let me unmute her real quick.
Sorry, I'm driving to work. I work night shift.
Okay.
I'm kind of looking crazy, so my camera's not on. But yeah, I'm glad you let me into this.
Give me 1 second. Let me move everybody out so they can hear you, and then I'm gonna bring everybody out in a minute because I know you only got a few minutes before you go to work. So I'm gonna move everybody out the screen for 1 second. Everybody don't go nowhere. Give me 1 second. So how do you say your name? Andanike?
It's Adanike, but people know me as Sister Onika. I was the general of the Water Division in Florida. I didn't really do much. I didn't really.
Which part of Florida?
Go ahead. Clearwater, Tampa.
How long you was a general in Tampa, in Clearwater?
I say like from January 2020 to October. That's when I left. But we really didn't do nothing with the chapter because when he swore me in, that February was when Naeem drowned. And he kind of left me and my deputy general, Danielle, alone to deal with the whole mess. And we didn't know what to do because, like, first of all, we didn't even know the Black Panther Party still existed. Second of all, like, we telling him that we need help trying to, start the chapter up. And it was just nothing but nonsense from the door. Like, he was trying to make me his wife straight from the door. Like, I didn't even know this man.
He was trying to do what?
He was trying to make me his wife straight from the door, and I didn't even know this man. So I didn't really feel comfortable doing anything with the chapter, But
I was gonna say, in what fashion did that happen? He's trying to make. I mean, what he just like, you with me now?
Okay, so basically, like, I just thought the whole thing was kind of weird because, like, in the application, he asks you, like, do you have any STDs or anything? Like, do you have HIV or herpes and shit like that? I don't know if that was on everybody's application. I was like, yeah.
Oh, you breaking up a little bit, sis. She's driving, so she probably riding to a blank spot. But she said on the application, they asked, do you have any STDs? Do you have herpes? Come on, Ali. What are you doing? Go ahead, sis. You back in. I can hear you now.
Right. Yeah, so it was just weird from the door. And then, I don't know, like, another thing that threw me off was he said that, you know, the donations that we get from the fundraising that we could keep for ourselves. That was another red flag. I'm like, if we're gathering food and donations for homeless people, why would I want to keep this for myself? People are gonna ask me when I'm grabbing donations and money for the fundraiser, where is it gonna go to? You know, like, everything was weird from the door, you know, like, whole situation. But yeah, I'm Sister Onika. I'm the one who child got molested by his sister. It took me a minute to come up here because it still bothers me, you know. My children is with their dad because the situation happened. I had mental breakdown. Because
let me ask you a question. Are you in a space where you are ready to talk about that publicly?
Yes. I need to get justice for my son because I did get the police involved and stuff, but for some reason they hit a blank wall. I gave them everybody's information, Jamila's information, her husband's information, Ali's information, because I didn't even know Ali's real name. Well, it came like around September. I was in their house, and there was Jamal had did a live around September. It was September something that he did a live, and he exposed Ali, and that's when his real name had came out. But him and Amina tried to say, oh, that's not his real name, they lying. And then there was a phone call as well from Jamila's ex-husband who called him Charles. Like, he just insisted on calling him Charles. And I was like, why is he calling you Charles if your name is Ali? You know? It was just, it was a mess from the door. It really was. How I got his real name was I found his ex-wife, one of his baby mamas in Washington, D.C. She was the one, I told her my situation, and she gave me his real name, and I gave his real name to the police about my son. Because this is child molestation. My son needs justice. He was only 4 at the time. You know, like, how the situation happened was I needed a babysitter. He was in Pennsylvania doing God knows what.
Hey, sis, let me ask you a question. How long is it before you have to be at work? You got to be at work shortly?
I have 8 minutes. I mean,
so listen, I don't want to cut your wisdom, but I want to give you an entire episode to really move on painting the picture of your experience. And so, you know, we scheduled for Sunday, right?
Yes.
Are you able to just hold tight until Sunday?
Yes, I could hold tight until Sunday because
I think you deserve more than just 8 minutes and have to rush into work, sis. You follow me?
Yes, I understand.
But so I want you to have a beautiful shift at work. And definitely I think, hey sis, let me ask you, are you the one that the mortgage brother reached out on 3-way with me?
Oh yes, yes. Brother Divine.
That
Yes,
was
yes.
a minute ago.
Yeah, it was. Because I wasn't ready to come on the show.
And sis, and you were one of the ones I was telling people, and this is because of you. I was telling what's her name? Big Shirley, Crystal Muhammad. I was telling her to fall back. There is people that is coming out. Like, just let Ali deal with this because people are coming out. It was you and a few other younger sisters coming out. I'm like, just fall back, sis. You don't understand what damage this man has done. And she just kept defending him. So,
And she, what I gotta say about that situation, like, I think they related somehow because ain't no way, like, why are you defending a child molester, a womanizer, like, ain't no way in hell. Like, this man has done this to thousands of women. Like, who the fuck does he think he is? Like, he doesn't even have enough dick to go around to be doing this shit to women. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to say that on your show, but, like, goddamn. Like, this nigga's 5'2" with no neck, and this nigga doing it here, like, out here just holding around and shit with a whole wife, and his wife is beautiful. Like, you got a beautiful wife, and you out here doing this shit to women. Like, she not enough for you, dude? Like, what the hell? Like, I really feel sorry for Amina. Like, I feel like Amina is a victim. I really am. Because, first off, she had a half-dead child. You know, I hate to say that, but it's true. You know, because of the fact that they don't know how to parent right. They have a 19-year-old watching their children, and they trying to say that it's the landlord's fault. No. The reason why Naeem fell in the pool was because they wasn't watching him. And he jumped in the pool. They was in their room, sleeping or doing whatever they do, and they had a 19-year-old watching their child. She went in her room, and he jumped in the pool. That's how Naeem had his accident. It was not nobody's fault but their own. You know? So, yeah, this needs to be talked about. Like, people really need to know the type of man, the type of narcissistic man this man is.
So with that being said, sis, we're going to continue this on what is that? Sunday, family. So we'll be here, and I appreciate to see y'all in the building. And this is a tragedy, but we will recover, and we'll do what it takes to get to the bottom of it. By all means necessary. You know, these videos really has changed a lot of people. Perception on what is the Black Power movement. It has closed some wounds that has been created from this experience, and so we're going to try to close these wounds real soon. So, sis, have a good shift at work, and on Sunday the floor is yours, the show is yours, and we're going to start from the top. All right?
Okay, I just want to talk about, like I told you earlier, like I want to talk about my experience with Ali because I don't know much about the Black Panther Party, but all I know it was messy from the jump. Like, it was just
Absolutely.
messy, like just fucking messy, just one big ass mess. Excuse my language, but I've never seen no shit like this. Like, this is like beyond me. You know, I'm sorry.
So on Sunday, the show is yours, sis. Peace and love, sis. I appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to it. And family, I want y'all to remember, Sister Onika will be here Sunday to let us know what is taking place, and I'm gonna need everybody to share it because everybody need to be a part of the solution by letting the public know what has happened to her and her family. So thanks again, sis, and I see you on Sunday. All right.
All right. Thank you, Grand Sheik.
Have a good night at work, sis.
All right. Thank you.
That's indeed. Peace and love. So with that being said, family, we're gonna bring now. Come on now.
That's oof.
Come on now.
That's heartbreaking. You know, to me, when I hear these different scenarios, that like hurts my heart because all we got is we. It's just us. It ain't nobody else gonna come save us. And then we got people, like I say, they not Black's power, they Black sour. You know, they're not, you know, why would you have a movement to come into a movement or start a movement to accost sisters, you know, like it seems like that's the ploy. Let me get a whole bunch of sisters so I can just do whatever I want to do to them. And everybody's coming in with a heart to fight, to fight the oppressor, and here this brother is. That's sad to me, like Mike and other brothers called me last week. They was like, they want him to do a pull-up in Milwaukee. We not worried about him coming to. It's too many people in Milwaukee that want them. I mean, it wouldn't be smart for them to pull up in Milwaukee because we have the castle law. So me worried about them pulling up. I have too many relatives. I have too many people that would do them demise. You know what I'm saying? He has a very bad reputation here, and also in Chicago, because a lot of people don't know we got real good friends with New Era Chicago. Have you ever heard of them?
Yes.
And New Era Chicago got wind what happened because everybody in Milwaukee ended up calling them back and telling them what transpired. So they like Chicago, and RT had a Chicago chapter. So it's not looking good at this point. Any man that abuse or anybody that abuse a child, they get no respect. I mean, to them, off with their head. It's death.
And this is the thing. This is not Brother Tahaka Beg or somebody on here saying that the sister, which I never knew that part.
Me either.
From the initial conversation. I actually spoke to her before anybody on this panel.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody on this panel. From the first show that Ali was on, another Moorish brother called me before the brother in Milwaukee and said, bro, I got a sister right here. Let me get her on three-way, bro. The guy you had on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me some of the happenings, but I didn't know it went that deep until later on.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, and this is why I kept saying to Crystal Muhammad, why are you defending this guy? Let it go. Let it go. And for some reason, she would not. I even said it to her in private. I said, sis, won't you fall back and see what happens? If his name is cleared, there it is. All good. Mm-hmm. But if not, protect what you're doing if you are in the fight for liberation.
Right.
Let me say this. First of all, any woman who knows and understands the dynamics of what's going on in the game that he was playing and still supported and still backed him and behind him, she is just as bad and guilty as him. No victim. Amina is not a victim. If she contribute to any information, if she supported him, if she backed him, if she lied for him, if she stood up next to him, she is not a victim. And I feel like he deserves the same punishment that he gets. Be very, very clear with that.
I agree to a certain extent. I'm trying to think of this. Maybe
how do you think of this any other way than what it is?
No, Queen, I'm not
predator that's coming into our neighborhoods, okay, go ahead. I'm gonna give you the chance.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Okay.
I promise you I'm not. I'm saying that I remember reading something, and this is before, but Tahaka might know what I'm talking about. Remember they said Patty Hearst, what is that called? What is that disease? It's like a psychological thing.
You talking about Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah. Do you think she got that?
I don't know. All I know is that if we had a cracker sympathizer right here, right? He's still gonna get the same punishment that the cracker got. That's all I know.
Right.
So, go ahead. Please. Sorry, I'm upset right now.
That's pretty bad. I'm sitting up there listening. Like I have 5 sons. 5. Rape every one of them. You know what I mean? I never was a stand-around father. I always been hands-on. Even if the relationships didn't work out with mama, I always was hands-on. I'm talking about from the diaper to the football game, to the skateboard competition, to the basketball, to wannabe rapper, to the first job. I'm hands-on all the way. And even with my 2-year-old now, and I could not imagine something like this.
Hypothetical shit. Can I say something, please? First of all, being that I was conflict resolution, I've heard all these stories personally from hundreds of women. Let's just do the rundown of the wives first, and I can tell you why Amina is complicit.
Okay.
First of all, she ain't. The first wife.
I mean, sis, why can't I see you, General Demara? Is that on purpose or what's happening?
No, I want you to see me. Do I need to come back in? Because what I got to say is important.
Yeah, come out and come back in because you just got a black screen and you break it up a little bit. But yeah, I'm so glad.
I would like to say is,
Come on,
so
sis.
now it's out, right?
Right.
Because this needs to be dealt with. You can't have hyper predators in our community sexually abusing our children. That's completely unacceptable. That's no better than a white man. That's no better than white supremacy or inferiority, whatever it is that you want to call it. And so at some point, somebody needs to do something.
Right.
Correct.
Absolutely. I agree.
General, we can't hear you. You're not muted though.
Y'all can't hear me?
Oh, we can hear you good now.
Okay, so being that I was conflict resolution, I have privy to so many conversations that I never spoke of, but Onika was one of them, and I know a lot more. But let's do the rundown of the wives, and I'm gonna tell you why Amina's complicit. The first wife was Miriam. She ain't nowhere in the picture. The second wife was Renee Higgs. She is now in Ethiopia. The third wife, and when he got on with the Revolutionary Black Panther Party, was Aset. She's nowhere to be now. Hold on, Mo. This was before is there another one before Miriam? Because I ain't even got to my out yet.
Hold up.
I thought it was one more.
Hold up. Mo. Go ahead, Mo.
Renee Higgs was the very first wife.
Renee, no? Miriam was after Renee?
Renee was first.
Renee was first, then Miriam.
Renee is the one from Jamaica. Renee was first, and then Miriam, and then Dr. Ma'at, and then Amina.
Talk about that. Legit, real doctors. Then there was Amina. After Amina, he tried the Malika and Onika. Now let's say this, and there before that he pretended with in Milwaukee places. Amina went to Milwaukee and kicked old girl in the stomach because she's mad because Ali was talking to other people. But here's the thing: either you believe in polygamy or you don't. You ain't the first wife. You can't get and say, "Well, I'm the fifth, and now there can't be no more." That's bull. If you was with it, be with it. Don't get these girls are younger.
But that still doesn't deserve a kick in the stomach, sis.
Absolutely not. But that's what I'm saying.
That's still. I mean, listen. Couples fight all the time, but kicking a woman in the stomach. I can't.
He did that, not her.
Yeah, but I don't want to turn it around on the sister because she got upset and got into her emotions because he had multiple relationships. The problem is the predator.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it's more than one predator. Wait a minute. When she said his sister, she's talking about Jamila?
Sis, we can't hear you, General Demira. I don't know why we can't hear you.
Oh, hold on.
There we go. You now.
Say something. Yeah, we can't hear you at all.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
But you're going in and out.
So, multiple wives, their bestie, she's on. So these last two women who are nurses who could get round the clock care for their son, she was on board with. But here's the thing: say you're down with polygamy, and then say I'm the last one. And no, none of that makes violence right at all. But when she's with it, she with it.
We lost her again.
Yeah, we can't hear you, sis. They all up in your phone.
I really, at this particular point, in my opinion, whether she's complacent or not, it's irrelevant. Was the most important thing is the healing of all those that was infected and affected.
Absolutely.
And making sure that we have no more victims as a result of it.
And let me add on to you, Shima, and I'm gonna turn over the floor to you. Mm-hmm. One of the problems is that just when a sister responds angry because she's the last wife, so to say, and I say in quotation last wife, so to say, we don't know what was said to her to be manipulated into the situation in the first place. Because in reality, the manipulation could have been, I'm dropping everybody for you. And then once he do his due, everything shift and change. We don't know. We wasn't there. So the point that I'm making is he's the predator. And I don't want to take the attention off the predator. You know what I mean? Huh? I don't want to take the attention off the predator and put it on the sister who was angry for whatever reason, because the predator set up a turn of events so he can move in the fashion that he did. And then she responds angry, but we don't know what was said behind closed doors or on that pillow. We don't know, but we do know that it's a reoccurring event that he does. We do know that.
And to me, I feel like at this particular point, the way I see it is he have a lot of women around his circle to support him and this as well. And so is this Stockholm syndrome? I really don't know. All I know is that if you are familiar with it, if you have any inkling at it and you continue to let it happen, you are just as responsible.
But let's be clear too, though. This is a lot of women.
Which is why Crystal had to know this is happening too.
This is a lot of women. This is not like 3 women. And that is, I think 2 is too many. I think you should be with your wife or be with your husband and call it is. That's just my perception. But I'm just saying, this is not 2 or 3. This is possibly in the hundreds.
Absolutely, it is. It is because when Homer Blow had him up, when the Queen told on him.
Hold on, one second, Melagatis. Sister Demara, I don't know why, but every time you open your mouth, we just see literally you are not we can't hear a thing. But Queen Levita, go ahead and take the floor. Hopefully you might have to come out and try it again. I'm not sure what's going on with that.
Yeah, because when Homer Blow had that show, he had like they say receipts. What happened was the Queen, all them women started coming out, and it was like 35 women. And I was like, when he bust that show, and he was telling Amina like they were talking, and Amina was saying, "Well, it's the sister fault." And I told her, "How is it the sister? How do you see that? Can't you see that it's not if your husband or your significant other telling her it's cool and he's liking her and he's telling her it's okay, how is it the sister's fault?" I don't know how you come to that conclusion. I don't know what type of arithmetic you using to come to that conclusion, because I'm telling you, when that sister bust them out and Homer Blow took that show, he had receipts from these other women that called him. It was a couple of them that had abortions, and it was just a whole total train wreck. It was like, dude, you messed up.
Well, I'll tell you the difference now between at that time and this time. Social media is totally different than radio.
Yeah.
Totally right. Only time we listen to the radio is going to the car, getting in the car.
Yeah.
Everybody, you people listen to social media at home, in the car, at work, in the bathroom. This is where it's at now. So now this is a whole different thing. And this is why Ali has been quiet. Because right here is a whole different ball game from a radio station in Milwaukee. This is totally different. And I don't know if anybody's been paying attention, but he ain't been saying nothing. Super quiet. Let me see if Sister Demira, she had something she wanted to say. Let me see if she can.
I'm gonna try to get my headphones. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now, sis.
Well, that's why it's so important that General Hashima is here, because she has a program for women who have been in domestic situations. She is the source for healing afterwards. And that's what I want to talk about tonight is life after RBPP, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
I've been, being that I was conflict resolution for years, I've talked to so many people and so many victims, and that's why I really haven't been a part of anything I was doing, because I was trying to get into a situation where we could put this nail in the coffin. And I'm so thankful to the Heart Base for doing this, because I don't think any other way that it could have been on a national platform. So I beg these ladies to come forward. General Hashima is just, if you could bottle healing up, it would be her.
Okay? And this is what we're gonna do. I don't know Sister Hashima schedule, but I do know I would like to do that after the sister lay it out. And I would like to also bring on Alhambra, who also have.
When I say she reached out to me and her voice itself is just healing, we need to know where to go after this. And I want to give praise to the people who are doing programs outside of RBPP who has it given up and is still doing the work. In general, Hashima just embodies that. So I know she's not feeling well tonight. Thank you, Queen, for coming on.
Yeah, Hashima. So I don't know your schedule, sis, but are you available on Monday?
Monday evening, yes.
Okay, no. Monday is good. Then that's what we're gonna do it, and I don't know if Onika will be back, but I want everybody to watch the Sunday show and tune in, so we can develop techniques on how to get above, around, over, through, but get to the other side of this madness.
And I am available for if like one-on-one, if you need some advocacy, some resources, things like that, I can also help. Just hit me up on my Facebook.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. While my phone is working, there's a couple of points I want to hit on. First of all, when we were talking about whether or not he's a doctor, there's a difference between an MD and a PhD. I didn't realize until the last show that he was claiming to be an MD. All the conversations we've had, he has claimed to be PhD, which is philosophy and reading and learning. Dr. Mayat really is. So, we get his wife, and that's the other thing. So, first of all, I don't know if y'all know his oldest child is supposedly one of the 5 missing girls in DC. Have y'all heard that?
Wow, never heard that.
I didn't hear you.
Can y'all not hear me?
I can hear you, but it's very low.
Yes.
He said his oldest daughter is one of the 5 missing girls in DC. Now, he was telling me, because he did my marriage counseling, he was like, beware, because they will send agents to your life. He said, my first child was by an agent, and they had a baby, and she got pregnant, and she tried to do a home abortion, and it went wrong, and the child has severe learning disability. And he said that when those 5 girls got kidnapped in DC, that she was one of them. That was my first red flag. You mean we're Panthers and we're not looking for your base? The second red flag was the fact that Jamal Abu, a real Panther, is in jail, and ain't nobody send a care package or nothing. But then when piggyback off what General Levita was saying, when I first joined, I asked him, I'm like, why is it RBPP? Like, where do we come from? And he said that he was a Panther cub and derived from the original 6, and that his uncle was Fred Hampton. That is the only reason that I actually joined, which I know now.
So he said is, since your mic, maybe put on your headphones real quick, sis, because I want you to repeat that. He said his uncle was Fred Hampton. He said his uncle was Fred Hampton. His mother was his mother and father were doctors and of the original Black Panthers of the 60s. And unfortunately, nobody fact checked it. Hold up one second. I gotta show this.
Yeah, because I don't remember that. I don't remember that story.
Same kind of way.
Look at this guy. Did anybody see this training video? I'm gonna show
So
you.
y'all know that somebody got shot twice in that training video. The same person got shot twice.
Huh?
At the RBTP weapons training, a same dude got shot twice. So that should show you don't know what he's doing.
Got shot twice. Look at that.
A lot of us have to learn. But that's the other thing. Somebody said, "What about two hands? Y'all keep doing one hand."
Oh, you put your finger.
So two hands, same difference. Two hand here. You know, go ahead. So these are advanced.
Or aim at your belly.
Oh, that's Isaiah right there.
That's his boyfriend right there.
Okay, yeah, but they asked you about that. That's how I seen it on the show.
You gonna aim at your belly.
Law and Order.
Then aim at your belly.
All right, let me stop. All right.
Look, somebody say that's how I seen it on the show Law and Order. But
That's a crossover event tonight. I'm mixing Law and Order cruising with y'all, the crossover event. Anyway, there are a couple of things I need to speak on. So first of all, that's weave in his hair, those are extensions, and he's been leaving dreads all across the United States, and women been keeping them as souvenirs. We know that's not your real hair.
Hold up, sis. You got a bad. We can't really hear you that good. But I
Did you say that wasn't his real hair?
But they say. But I think sis say he got extensions. That ain't his hair.
And I know 3 women who have corrected them and kept them as souvenirs. Like I got the cheap hair.
Right.
But he got extensions on.
Yes, that's not his hair. But that's to give the look of someone who's strong.
This guy's hot, man.
That's weird.
This guy's hot, man.
I got some pictures of hair that's been left in rooms. Anyway, he also refuses to wear condoms with these girls. Like if they ask for a condom, he says absolutely no. That's why he asked if they have STD, because it's been rumored that he has given herpes to several women. Now,
that's not a rumor. That's not.
I know it's not. But you know, it's unfortunate that he got it from one of the women in the party.
Was good, sis. God duck on it.
Hold on. Let me see if I can see that. Hang on.
Sis, come on, sis. We gotta get you up out of that iPhone too, sis. No, I'm just joking. The general got iPhone 1. Now I'm playing. Don't come for me, DeMero. I'm just playing. It's just a jokey joke. I heard it on Mr. Rec, M-Rec TV.
So when we did our application, we didn't have XTDs, sexually transmitted disease on our application. But I do know that they had like a group, and it was like an after hours group or something like that people were in, and that was talking like about stuff like that, I think. But yeah, I guess. But I almost thought initially because you back?
I try to connect to my car, y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Because remember the guy who had HIV,
He doesn't have HIV. He has given herpes to several women, but
no. I'm talking about.
Well, that's not what she said. That's the thing.
No, I said remember the guy who had HIV, and okay. So I wondered initially if that was the reason why they were asking about any sexually transmitted diseases.
Because he didn't want to be the one, if they already had it, and that was a free pass to be with them without him. No, because he refuses to wear condoms. And so that means, and that's why Dr. Mayat, you know that, right?
That's why what?
Dr. Mayat's not there no more. Neither is ourselves.
Yeah, yeah.
With the babies, with the kids and stuff like that. So there's a rundown of kids. The oldest one was by the Aces. The next oldest one was by ourselves. She was a beautiful girl. She was actually in Louisville on deployment with us. But after that, all the other kids came. And he had, I think my aunt and Amina was pregnant back to back at the same time.
They were.
Yeah, they were.
There was a rumor going around by Ali talking about, and we was going to go ahead and talk about this, talking about he has next picture to me. You're a damn
He had what?
Well, we can hardly hear you, sis.
I can all the screenshots to talk about anything I say I can stand on.
No, we can't hear you.
Can y'all hear me now?
You keep going in and out, and I want
you need to
said the last thing you said.
You need to clean your mic out, I think.
I know, right? Y'all can't hear me at
You
all.
get a toothbrush.
Brother. Can y'all hear me at all?
You sound very muffled.
So I'm gonna go back to my car and try to connect.
Are you covering your mic?
No, it's raggedy. My phone raggedy.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna take a donation, get you phone. Matter of fact,
right.
Church program, y'all help me out.
Right.
But I'm gonna connect on the car and I'll come back. I'm gonna come right back.
Mo Black, why you sitting there like that? Talk to me, Mo Black. Don't cuss at me though. Hold up, Mo Black, hold up. Oh, there she goes.
No.
Mo Black. How you doing, sis?
Exhausted.
What sis?
Shit.
Add to the conversation.
Huh?
What you think, sis? Talk to me.
What you want me to say? I ain't lay up with it. I don't know what to say.
But what you think, though, Mo?
I mean, like, I'm just saying, Grand shit. The shit
you my
is
co-host. You my co-host tonight, Mo. I need you to talk, Mo. Help me.
Man. We keep saying the same thing over and over again. Well, I'm trying to figure out what we gonna do, though. What we gonna do? Right. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah. I think that's a conversation offline.
And another thing, stop saying that woman a motherfucking victim. She ain't no goddamn victim. She know what the fuck going on. She lay up with the women when he lay up with them.
Listen, I'm not saying she's not a. Hold up, I didn't hear that part, Mo. But hold up, listen. I'm not saying that she is or is not a victim. I don't want the spotlight to be taken off of Alli Muhammad, is my point.
And we gonna keep it on his ass because it's about him.
I don't want it to be whether she is or is not a victim is neither here nor there with this conversation. I need the spotlight to stay on Alli Muhammad.
Hey,
nephew. Other stuff another time. You follow me?
Well, you know what? I ain't even gonna say that though. I take that back, Grand Sheik, because at some point in time she had to be a decent human being. At one point in time.
Absolutely.
So maybe she is a motherfucking victim. Because he got a habit of manipulating and yeah, she a victim. Fuck that. Yeah, she is. And she don't. The thing about it is she a victim and don't know she won. That's the thing.
Absolutely. But when you're talking about child molestation and you're talking about
sex trafficking.
Wow,
you talking about this guy. I'm talking about just for our community. Forget the European,
right?
As you would say, forget the crack. In our community, how do we address this in our community? People mad at me having a conversation, but this guy has committed some atrocities, and you have victims who are saying that they have experienced these atrocities.
Well, back in the day,
I'm vlogging on a conversation. I have not committed any atrocities.
Right.
And it definitely something definitely needs to be done. And I think Onika said she had called the police, which I'm glad that she's trying to take power back for her and her son. But I think as a community, when we have a sexual deviant like this, something really needs to be done as a community to be able to say, you know what, we're not tolerating this. You're not going to injure our children.
What we need to do is pull up on him like he pulled up at Grand Sheik house, beat his motherfucking ass, and take him to the police station and tell him why we whooped his motherfucking ass.
Mo.
That's what I'm talking about.
I thought that conversation was gonna come off a line.
Me too.
Mo.
Shit, that's what needs to be happening.
Mo.
Y'all remember seeing that video on Facebook? You remember seeing that video? You remember seeing that video where it was like a whole bunch of women after a man had molested one of the childs, and all of the women just circled around them and just handled him. I think that's what needs to be done, actually.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna say nothing. We get on his ass about that. That's energy and strength and paperwork and shit. They ain't got to
even got to worry about.
Yeah.
Look like we got an offline
That's just my
conversation.
perspective of it.
So we're
'Cause
gonna, hey family, we're gonna continue this. We're gonna listen to our sister, Queen Levita.
Yeah.
Anything? How you feel about all this, sis? I know. You being I don't like to use the term elder, but you are elder in the community. How do you feel about all this, and what is the energy after? I don't know if you heard anything new, but I'm pretty sure that you've heard stuff similar to this over the few years. How you feel about all this, as one who has been in this life
years.
your whole life?
Well, I've never heard nothing to this extreme. Like, this is extreme to me. Like, I've heard bad things, and like I said, they would just, what Ashima said, they would just go handle that person. They will pull up or whatever they have to do and handle that person. But this is like extreme. And to me, a person like Ali or whatever, Hubert or whatever the hell his name is, off with his head.
And the funny thing about it, people that get mad at me, whoever gets mad at me at this point, obviously they're not even taking in consideration the people that have been possibly destroyed. And some of us get destroyed with experiences like this and never make it back.
Right. Did you just hear the Queen said she lost her children behind this? And the damage,
and then they lost a man.
Right. Like, that's serious. And then you got to look at her child. All these children that been abused, they're going to have psychological problems.
That's what I'm saying. And some may never recover.
And guess what? They end up becoming the abuser too.
Yep.
That's how the pattern continues.
They become some of them, if they don't get healing, they may become unfortunately promiscuous, or they begin to abuse people. And so it's imperative that we start move towards the help, and our sister Ashima is going to help us with that.
Right.
Seriously. And I'm gonna reach out to everybody that was on the show this weekend, and I want them to tune in, and then we're going to have a wrap-up show on Monday, so we can get some resources. I'm gonna reach out to a lot of resources too.
Right. And I think we definitely do need to have that conversation about handling it.
Yeah, we're gonna have that conversation on Saturday. I'm gonna reach out to everybody, and we're gonna have that conversation on Saturday, because this is ridiculous. This is pretty bad.
Yes, it's really bad. This is like more than this is like
Listen, our child was 4 years old. Did we hear that correctly?
Yeah, that's
we didn't hear it. That's what you heard.
Yeah. And she hasn't even told you the whole story yet. So when you have that show with her on, for her to tell her whole side what happened.
There we go. You know what? This is amazing. Let me say this. When I said we was going to bring in some help, I was thinking about TNAT here in Baltimore. My friends there at TNAT, Wholeness Wellness Center. I was thinking about my brother Asar and his son that do great work here in Baltimore, holistic healing, and we're gonna get them on the show too with Ashima, and we're gonna try to get a whole bunch of techniques. We might have to do a couple shows. When I said that, I was thinking about my brothers over there. I surely was. So, brother, you was definitely on my mind. Man, yeah, that's crazy that they was watching. That's crazy that they was watching. I didn't know y'all watch. I thought y'all thought the more was crazy.
Great shit.
They know me in Baltimore, so I be turned up sometimes. So, but they be watching that. I know that's my man. Yes, Mo.
And speaking of the brothers, it's a brother that really got something to say. I think you need to listen to him.
What brother is that?
I hit you up.
Yeah, but the Temple of New African Thought here in Baltimore, those my peoples there. Man, this is going to be a beautiful healing. I hope the same 300 and 400 people that watch these shows will come in and get some of the healing techniques also. Sometimes we like the messy stuff. Sometimes we like the dramatic stuff. But when it comes time to
you messy all the time. Stop it. You messy. You messy.
Yeah,
Sometimes you like the messy stuff.
Hey, I got to get up in the wash machine and agitate to get the dirt out. We gotta clean this up.
You messy and you petty sometimes too.
What I do? I petty.
You petty sometimes too, but I like you though.
I ain't know Jamal had Chinese people hair in his head. And
Jamal, you mean Hubert?
My fault, Jamal.
Hubert. Yeah, hey, why you think he keep that motherfucking beret on top?
I didn't mean to say that. I was thinking about Jamal because I don't see him in the chat, so he's been on my mind today. I mean,
why you think he keep that beret on? Because he don't want you to see that madness going on up there, that turmoil. He ain't nothing about 4 of the motherfuckers heels.
Yeah, but they say he got real braids. I mean, you know what I mean?
Tell him to take that beret off.
Oh.
Tell him to take the motherfucker off. Now I'm being messy. Let me stop. Tell him to take it off.
The plane.
Oh.
The plane.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Now that's petty. You call me petty, Mo. I can be petty.
Shit, give me a petty moment.
Go ahead.
Let me have a petty moment.
Go take a petty moment. Take a petty moment.
I didn't lie on it.
Let me see if Sister Demira up here so we can wrap up. Sis, are you there, General Demira?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you much better now. Go ahead, take the floor, sis.
There are a couple of things I wanted to. First of all, I just wanted to say to General Levita and General Hashima, you know, there are certain people in this lifetime that you can find that just up the bar. And y'all, two ladies, for me, y'all have been my solace. So I just want to thank you so much just for the presence you bring. So a couple of things I want to talk about when General Levita was talking about the national calls. And they would last for 4 and 5 hours. So let me tell y'all what happened with that. When every call, and y'all can vouch for, we were on the call, he would say things like, if there's anyone listening in that works for the government or is an agent or whatever, you do not have permission to be listening in. Do y'all remember that?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
And he would say it randomly through the calls, right? But then we would do a and tell who we were and where we were from. Do y'all remember that?
Yes.
Yes.
Looking back on it, like we were just announcing ourselves to whoever on us to. Now, it said, I've had the same phone for 10 years. I had just paid my phone bill 3 or 4 days before. I called and my phone was off and I couldn't understand why. So I called customer service and they didn't want to tell me anything. And I'm like, well, what's going on? Finally, after 3 or 4, I got someone and they were like, man, we can't turn your phone back on. And I'm like, why? Are you going to give me my money back? And they were like, no, there was a note on your account from the CEO that says not to turn your phone back on, that you've been calling an illegal number. And I'm like, what? What do you mean what's an illegal number? This Cricket. What do you mean? I get everything for $35 a month. What? And they were like, no, this number. And they told me the number, and it was the number for the national calls. They said that has been flagged and is an illegal number, and you are not allowed to call it. So I acted a fool and told them, you know, I know this because I'm black and y'all listen in, blah, blah, blah. They actually turned it back on. They said, ma'am, this is your final warning. If you ever call that number again, your phone line will be suspended. And we use towers with AT&T and Sprint. Now you won't be able to get a phone with your name ever if you call that number again. So that was also very, very sketchy. I also wanted to talk about Ali has a SoundCloud. What doctor you know got a SoundCloud? Like, this don't work out. Let me go ahead and get my rap career up. That's a lie. But the main thing for me was hearing all the women who said that he refused to wear a condom with them. Now, after I came on the show, he's been telling people that he has nude pictures of me. No, the fuck you don't. So I sent Tarkabe all of these screenshots. He sent me a dick pic and said, "Oh, my bad, I ain't mean to send that to you." And he begged me for months for pictures of myself. And I always played him to the left. I was like, "Well, what about your wife this?" And I could never hold up to Amina. He was like, "Well, Amina likes you and we want to take you on vacation and all this shit." And I'm only telling this because he's trying to clown me, talking about what I look like. Dude, you was all at me. So I was like, well, Amina got a fat ass. That thing epic. But I'm like, I don't even like chicks, first of all. And my husband is 6'5". Like, you got to be at least this tall to ride this ride. He never would have put the bill. But when you're dealing with somebody who's a narcissist and someone who has, and when you've seen him the mud, like anytime he get mad at you, now you're an agent. You know what I'm saying? Or I've seen what he did to other people. So you have to deal with people on their level. You know what I'm saying? So of course I played it like, I could never be up to par for these women, and Dr. Mayad is so smart. But you gotta play things the way you need. Like, if he got some pictures of me, they ain't come from me. They ain't come from me. Like, somebody else might have sent them to him, but no, bruh. And I've got all the screenshots of me rejecting him. Now the other thing is, I showed y'all last time I was on here, Jamila and her white dude. Y'all were saying, "Oh, he's Puerto Rican." No, they had on Puerto Rican shirts, and they do that to throw people off. He's a whole cracker, and he's the one that molested her son. And so I knew this the whole time. Now, that's Irie in the chat. She's in Zynga on Facebook. Her real name is Jamila. That's the one that Jamal played the recording of her snitching on her brother. Ali is her blood brother. They got the same mama and daddy. So she was doing all that on the first couple of shows, talking about let me in, because she wanted to head this off at the pass because she knew what she had done. But I don't got no sympathy for no child molesters. Never. Not that. It was the end. Now, the other thing was when we were in Valdosta marching for Kendrick Johnson against police brutality, he had a police escort. How in the fuck is you marching for police brutality with the fucking police? It just didn't make any sense to me. Did not make any sense. So when you putting all these things together, it's like, who is this person really? So I'm going to just go ahead and tell y'all, I was the one who found out his name was Charles. I was the one who put all this together. I was the one who ran the background check, because being conflict resolution, all these women ain't lying.
No.
And I knew how to be. So he came to me like, after we left Louisville, it was, I know that he said something else, but I'm gonna say Cat. I know that Cat said, you walk like you got good pussy. This is like, what? Now the other thing is, the other little girl that was with him, I ain't never seen no little girl sit on their daddy's lap over 18 face forward with no bra on. Never seen it. And I love my daddy. The other thing is, Nazir and him are way too close. And I feel so bad for Nazir, because you can tell he's not really, he like one egg short of an omelet, but he's a good dude. But he's just do boy. Him running and doing something. That's why I hate to even bring it up, because I know he a good dude and I know his heart in the right place. But at the same time with Amina, I've seen her get out with him. She done slap Ali in his damn face. So it ain't.
Do that too. I have seen her slap him too, like right in front of me. Like when all that stuff with the queen, and she finally got there and all that stuff came out and they were on homo block, she slapped him dead in his face. And I was like, ooh. And I walked away. I went back upstairs and let them handle that, because I was like, that's them, But yeah, I have seen her.
She get with him there. Don't get that shit misconstrued. She got them hands, and she will put him in his life. Shit.
I had to laugh.
Don't get that shit misconstrued. Shit, I'd have met her in real life, bruh. She gets down too. But I'm be quiet.
You? No, I've been one. When someone's trying to kill you, you walk on eggshells around them. You try not to exacerbate the issue. Somebody who is a victim.
She does that too. She does. It's like it's two different sides to her. It's like she's humble, and she's very soft spoken, and she's very intelligent. But then you can get that ratchet side. But I think he bring that out of her. You know what I'm saying? He make her go there.
Nothing ass nigga. So that's not an excuse. What I will say is, I love Amina because we cool. But if I ever got on her bad side, I could expect the other side. And when you are in a position publicly and you get cash apps and donations from people every day, of course you're going to put on that front. Hey, you know how many dues people paying and stuff? That's crazy. Of course you're going to. wife is paying the bills. But let's be for real. Being that I've been conflict resolution, I've heard the other side of everything, and I haven't told it because it's not my story to tell. The first show I came on, 2 months ago, I knew about what happened with Onika's Ian, but that's not my story to tell. And so I've been encouraging these women, please hook up with General Levita and General Hashima, because those sisters have so much insight. The other thing I want to say is I'm proud of the people who are doing the work after RBPP, and I hope that everyone comes forward and tells their program. So General Hashima, she has a great program that helps with women in domestic issues. You guys know I have the Pack a Purse program. I'm going to put the cash app in the... She's a
beautiful soul. Yeah, she's a beautiful person.
Yeah.
Her energy, I like her.
Who?
Hold on, let me finish.
You. Okay, I'm sorry.
A couple of people
and General Levita, I got mad respect for her. I've been hearing about her since, 5 years when I first hit the party. Motherfuckers got mad respect for General Levita. That's all I ever heard. I did her. And we don't mean no harm, General Levita, when we call you the elder, but you is like the elder, man, for real.
Yeah, I'll be.
It's love though. It's love though. You know.
Thank you. No, I'm not offended when people say that. It doesn't bother me. It's just that
you got experience. You got experience in this shit. That's all we saying. You can teach us something.
Oh I experienced a lot of stuff, life. But you know what? Like I tell my children, I just know a microscopic compared to life.
Yeah.
Life, I'm still a student of life. I will be there till I transition. So I'm still I'm still learning.
Yeah. We learn something new every day, General Levita.
And almost all bodies of water in Florida, there is alligators.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my mic ain't gonna work for long. Can I finish?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm almost done. So for the people who are doing programs after RBPP, I know a couple of people have hit me up and they've started their own Pack a Purse program. If y'all want to call me, I can tell you what's worked and where y'all can distribute it to help people in your own community. I'll put my cash app in there if anybody wants to donate to my Pack a Purse program. I also have a food pantry that I start every week and let people come at their leisure and get the food they want. The thing about the Feed the People is most of the people in our community get food stamps anyway. So that's not my main thing that I do. We need more than that. So that's why I push General Hashima, because she's got real healing. She's got real tangible help. You know what I'm saying? People ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, the other thing that General Levita was saying about he can't come back to Milwaukee and different places, he causes disruption in huge metropolitan areas where there's a large saturation of Black people. The first person who told me that he was an agent was Recio in Atlanta. If y'all look Recio Jones up, him and his brothers doing the work in Atlanta. If something happened to a Black woman out there, they pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Solid brothers. And, he was RBPP, said, sis, I've heard too much stuff. Raleigh, and I think he was on the show, and he said, he's actually got a whole farm where he's growing natural food for us without pesticides. He can't go back. Bruce Jones, I think he's trying to get in. He can't go back to Dallas. He can't come back to Nashville. Mo Black in Memphis. Like, these are huge metropolitan areas that are saturated with us, and that's what agents do. They cost.
Man, that man wouldn't even come here and help me get the chapter started, man. He wouldn't even. He wouldn't even do that, but I know why now, because General Jamal told me his ass barred from here too. I didn't know that though. You know what I'm saying? So it's just basically with me, I just been continuing to do what I've been doing all along, which you already know, Tiff. You know what I'm saying? Which is dealing with the little kids and shit, because I had a whole lot of kids, so kids flock to my house. They play me too a whole lot, but they don't take me serious, but they do, but they don't. But anyway, I just deal with kids. So I never really even had a child. And the same thing, like, you know what I'm saying, buying the little purses at the Dollar Tree or the dollar store and putting the pads and the lip gloss and the deodorant and shit in it and go pass it out downtown to the homeless people. Other than that, I never really, you know what I'm saying, and stop a sister from getting her ass beat over here in the hood and shit. Other than that, what is it? I thought that man was finna help me kick this shit up a couple of notches. Man, that man ain't did a motherfucking thing. Right here trying to fuck on these women. That's what he doing. Nasty ass. He make me feel like he got some. Don't you think that man got some? Why he just constantly laying up with all these women like that?
Hold on.
I know he a narcissist, but it makes you think. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that was his
wow,
goal.
what's the point of it?
To cause disruption. He was never there to help you. He was always there to cause disruption where we needed the most. That was his goal, and he's achieving it. So just like General Levita said, there was the Homer whatever show where they aired him out. That's why this is so important, because he keeps laying low and popping back up. We got to make sure that this is the last time that he takes advantage of our women and children. We got to make sure that this is it. This is it. So even if you're doing
it, she got a whole broad platform that reached all 50. What is it? How many of them motherfuckers is 51, 52 states plus U.S., Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico? Because he down there doing damage too. Nasty ass. Everybody needs to know about him. He filthy.
Yeah, we have a grand sheik here too. His name is Khalif. Khalif, I seen him the other day, and he said that he was gonna hook up with Tahakum for something. You know what I'm talking about, Tahakum?
That's right. I'm coming out. I'm coming out there.
But Khalif, Khalif is so strong that he wants to he said we need to put the brother on trial and trial him. And, Khalif is serious about that work. He wants to actually go to get this brother and all it. Because Khalif was talking to me. We talked for like 3 hours. He said, I said, if you just listen to all the stuff these people be coming on here, these queens be coming on the show talking about. And I didn't even know about this young lady that you just that's like the worstest thing I ever want to hear come out of a sister's mouth. That her baby got abused and Ali, aka whatever his name, he got so many names because Tiffany, you know what he dropped.
That nigga named Hubert Higgs.
No,
so let me get this straight though. The baby got abused at his house by his sister and her husband.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now there is also speculation that maybe something don't look right with him and his baby girl.
Yeah, I remember that young lady. I
witnessed that.
But his issue, Predator, is more with barely legal and little girls or just women, period. Right? So he's Predator at least barely legal, women and also
and with men and
okay. Men and women. Look, I knew about the men when the Home Blow show came out, and I was just like, he needed too much stimulation to not have been stimulated there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Poor Nazir, he ain't got nothing back there, baby. It's all gone. It's just wide open space.
I'm sorry.
But it's the truth. But it is the truth. He needed too much stimulation.
He done knocked all the lining out of it.
If you heard what she said, I knew that wasn't that he needed too much stimulation, sis. But he had some real stuff going back there.
Man,
I'm really starting to think that's why he abusing all the women.
Because he don't like women, right?
He can't. Look at how he's treating them.
Right.
And her people for when they say
y'all know that house in Nazir name, right?
When they turn people down.
You know the house in Nazir name, right? I would tell you his real name, but I'm gonna tell Grand Sheik. I ain't gonna tell everybody.
Okay.
You know he the butler and the maid and the babysitter and the cab driver when they got a car. He out there.
This sound like a special victim.
Now just bring me some honey for my tea. This ain't enough. Go back and get some more. Shit, what grown man doing this shit?
So the men invite And when they turn,
Shit.
So Jamila is talking because she don't want that part to come out.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Really needs to
Jamila talking because her ass scared that Ali gonna fuck her ass up. He got something over her. And it was way before the 4-year-old baby. It was
Right.
way before that. She been doing dirt for Ali for years.
I know.
What y'all doing?
But I'm
What
gonna
y'all-
tell Grand Chic
what y'all
about
doing,
that too. I ain't gonna talk too much on her.
I like no. I think we should have a tea show.
Yeah.
Made Ali in the tea. Anybody want?
Now, if you think me and General DeMera don't know that tea, you sadly mistaken.
Now listen. I want to
Okay.
ask the 300 people in this chat. Should we have an Ali in the tea show? Press 1.
Oh, Lord.
I'm sitting up here listening.
No, because if we do, because if we do, then we gonna have to call names, and that ain't cool for the victims, Grand.
You ain't gotta call no names.
Right.
Oh, okay.
You ain't gotta call no names. Don't call no names. But I do think to some degree that this behavior need to be put out in the public so people can know what actually has went on. So it don't go on again. But I definitely don't think we should call any names. I definitely don't think we should do that.
Right.
Unless the person
Because the victims ain't gonna want to come forth if we do that.
Right. I agree. I'm a big person on,
and we don't want them to, not want to trust us.
Man,
right.
This is bad.
Yeah.
I feel like that they also should know that whomever the victims are who don't want to tell, that this is not something that we condone.
Yeah.
I really wish his mom would have swallowed him. So we wouldn't even have to have this conversation.
And
what his mama should have did was close her motherfucking legs and broke his goddamn neck. That's what the fuck she should have did. She did better keeping the afterbirth.
Right. Or she could have crawled back in her womb, whatever. She should have ate him at birth, because obviously he not.
She should have kept the afterbirth and threw his ass away.
I done heard a lot of sayings before. Mo Black says she should have closed her legs and broke his neck.
That's what the fuck she should have did. Yeah.
That's what she should have did.
That's bad.
Yeah, she should have closed her legs and broke his motherfucking neck and took the afterbirth home.
But
she came out better.
It was a queen. It was a queen to Hackam had on here. She said the mama said she wanted some strawberries or something.
She did say, and that purse. Wanted the purse too. Yeah. That whole line needs to be cut off. That whole generational line needs to be
and they said, Mama a little nutty too. I don't want to speak on Mama. I don't know Mama, but according to the experience.
Look, when my children do something that they ain't got no business doing, they deviance to society, you need to take ownership of it. And she should have crawled up in her mama's womb.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well,
man, all the motherfuckers. Let me tell you something. All of them in it together. It's a whole ring. It's a whole scam. Artist ring.
That whole generation needs
scam.
Right. All them need to.
Where do you think he got it from? She taught him. She taught him.
But hey, you remember when he used to say, he said, black people have mental conditions on top of mental conditions, and it was generational mental conditions. Man, it sounded like he wasn't talking fire. The apple don't fire from the tree.
He was talking from experience.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you wholeheartedly, because he sure would be. What did he call it? The African. He had a name for it.
He got a name for his motherfucking thing, like that weak ass shit he be trying to teach a motherfucker, that Tuta Quinta or whatever the fuck it is, Tuta Quinta or whatever. What is called, Amira? That weak ass shit he be doing.
Y'all remember?
I can't remember. You know what? I phased most of that stuff out when I realized that. I was going to call him another name on Tahaka Bay's show, but when I realized he wasn't nothing, I dismissed all of that stuff. But
Right.
So
I just really feel like the one thing we need to deal with is him.
So let's do this, family. We definitely
Why
so
are we bringing out just kicking his ass?
So listen, let's do this. One thing that we learned tonight is definitely that there's child molestation that definitely took place at his residence.
Yes.
Not because we're saying it, because the mother said it. And that's enough
It
credibility
happened.
for me.
That girl called me. It happened.
Yeah, that's enough credibility for me. Also, how do you just get sisters pregnant and then
force them to have an abortion?
Multiple times.
Now all of them some of I wonder how many he got, girl. How many of y'all think he got?
I know two. I know two.
No, it's way more than that.
Yeah, all I know
He
is two.
say he got two. Now, he say he got two. He told us he had how many in the marriage?
26 children, right?
26 children, but I know two. I know there is words of two sisters that was forced to have abortions.
I know more. I know about 10.
You know 10?
Yes, about what Tiffany say.
Jamila and her husband.
Well, I know one that had it on her own.
Hold on. When Jamila and her husband invite people for threesomes, when they turned it down, Jamila also practices voodoo. She'll put your ass in a jar quick. If you tell people that. So it's a lot of stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah. She will. She will.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you something. Me and that bitch had words one time. I'm telling you some real shit. We had words one time. Me and my kids slept in the motherfucking car for 6 months. I lost my apartment. Am I lying to Mary?
No.
I slept in the car for 6 motherfucking months.
Somewhere. I know she fucking. But that's what they do. She does. She does voodoo. And so
family, we all going to
she used Haitian voodoo. And then
we all going to convene on Monday. I'm going to let Sister Onika to have the show on Sunday to give us her experience. And then we're going to bring in the good doctor, Hashima.
I'm not a doctor.
We got a real doctor here. There's a real doctor.
Say Alli.
I'm not no doctor.
I'm messing with you. That's it. When Ali came on the show, I'm like, you a real doctor? We got a real doctor. He was like,
yeah, I think so.
He was skinning and grinning. And I'm saying to myself, all right, let's see how this go now. He got real comfortable. Bring your 10s. If you don't have 10s, give your 5s and 1s. But if you got more than 10s, they give you 20s and your 30s and your 40s. Give you 50s. But we need your 100s. We need your 1000s. Some of them can get 20,000. I was like, is we really doing this with the pastor today?
Yeah, he dead ass serious.
That's like he could go to Walmart and wire back to Amina.
Oh my goodness!
Don't tell. Now I know. I took him to Walmart hundreds of times.
Hundreds of times.
You ain't by yourself. You ain't by yourself, General Levine.
And I said, why you keep doing this?
And I still, and Grand Sheep, I still got it in my phone right now to this motherfucking day. I still got it to prove what I'm saying. It's still in the phone, baby. I can send it to you. You heard me talk.
He sent all the Amina the boss. Amina, that's the partner. They partners in crime.
The boss. Kayla.
They partners in crime. Never sent the money to Hubert.
Kayla Carter's
no lie.
Just don't know. Kayla run that with him. Kayla wear that daggone pants. She will beat Chief, slap him silly, slap all her fake braids out and say, excuse my French. She will. She's not playing. She not playing that. I'm telling you, when let me tell you what happened. I had forgot to tell you that the sister came back. They came back to Milwaukee. Guess why they came back? Amina said, I demand him back because she paid me every dime of money. Amina gave me like $600. She said, I'm not gonna do you wrong. I just don't feel right to do you wrong. They drove back to Milwaukee months later, was back in this to pay me my money back. Amina gave me my money in my hand. Yes, she did. She said, I just didn't feel right. Miss Usually, I just don't feel right. I just don't feel right. She said, please forgive me. Amina said that to me. And I was like, wow. But y'all got to go, though. That's what I said.
That's why I said she had to have. She is not. But he did something to her. I'm telling you, he did something to her.
I mean, I'm not
because I can see straight through it. She's not naturally that person.
No,
she not.
Right. It's something.
She not.
Something happened. We never can say that nothing never happened because we never walked her footprint. So I can't. I'm not going to just say totally she's a victim, but something transpired in her life with him or something
to turn her into the person that she is.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, that's not her truth. That's not because
nope.
So for me, I feel like that in order to adequately heal, you really have to be honest. You got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with the people that you love. And honesty is that when you are condoning a behavior, a deviant behavior, you are responsible. She is just as she is being it may be codependent, it may be Stockholm syndrome. The reality is, however, is that she just needs to not support that. I can't, as long as she continues.
It has been times that she has left. It has been times that she has left. I spoke with her on the phone not too long ago, right after I came from Louisville. She left. But she expressed to me that was not the first time that she has left him. She also admitted that he is a narcissist. She also admitted that he uses the children as leverage, and he uses that against her. And she said it probably wouldn't be the last time. And showing shit stank, she went right back. She went right back. So it's something that ain't right there. She wants to leave, but she can't. And then why she can't leave is the question.
Right. Statistics say that women choose to leave 7 to 10 times before they actually leave. And most of the time when they are getting ready to leave, that is when they are at the most risk of harm. So because they've lost control. You know what I'm saying? So if she's leaving and coming back, I can see what you're saying, because that's statistic. That's usually what happens.
Right.
She didn't have no problem money for Ozzy. No. She didn't have no problem asking for that cash app for Ozzy. Fuck that.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah. Remember that too.
Family, we're gonna convene. I want everybody to tune in because I'm gonna reach out to y'all for our show on Monday. Has Sister Ashima and I think Sister what's the sister's name? Amara and a few others. I'm gonna bring a couple more people in, and we're gonna talk about solutions with some of this, and I'm gonna bring in some clips and we're gonna address it from there. So are y'all ready for that?
Yeah,
I'm ready for the healing part.
Yeah,
that's what we're gonna do on Monday. So I appreciate y'all. Peace and love. Thank you for the sacrifice that y'all make in coming on this show. You know, a lot of people, it's many other people that you are speaking for. You know what I'm saying? You're speaking for many people ain't gonna come. You know, I don't care if I have to revisit this for the next few years. We will, because it's still going to be some people that's just not going to come. And I'm willing to revisit it to make sure that this doesn't grow back like after the radio show. Like, I'm gonna make sure of that. I'm gonna make sure of that. And like I said, I want everybody to remember that I have never came for anybody. I've only opened up the platform to try to help people, and the train got off the track because they wasn't legitimately for the defense of our people or the liberation of our people. Right. And so it revealed itself. That's just what it is. So thank you, Sister Ashima. Mo Black. Thank you, Sister Ashima.
Thank you.
Black Panther.
Thank you, Sis Lavita. I see y'all on Monday.
All right.
Black Power, Revolutionary Love.
Black Power.
Black Power, Shima.
Black
Hold
Power,
up, Mo Black. Don't go nowhere. I got a surprise for you, Mo Black.
What you got for me, Grand Sheik? Are you so petty? I'm gonna hang up. Why you be so messy?
That brother Akhenaten right there. That's my national assistant of the Morriside Temple of America. He right there. Brother Akhenaten Salon.
You like me.
Huh?
Where do you get this shit from, man? How do you come up with it?
God, brother Akhenaten.
Grand Sheik.
Islam.
That's what you say. Islam. I did it.
Hey, we're gonna let you take the final word and take us out. But I just want to let you know that Mo Black is in the building.
Hey, I know she in the building. What's going on, Mo Black?
Grand Sheik,
Islam.
don't pay him no attention, Grand Sheik.
I'm over there blushing. I see you.
Praise the Lord.
He messy. Look at it.
So,
tell Big Brother over there, I ain't starting no trouble. I'm just playing around.
Yeah, that's right. You better not. What's going on, Mo Black? Honest to you.
What's up, Grand Sheik?
Islam. Waiting for you to come to Atlanta.
She did like this.
When?
I'm waiting for you to come to Atlanta so you can visit the more Science Temple.
When? Just tell me when.
Oh, I'm coming. We're just waiting. I'm waiting on the word, and we're gonna be there, sis, real soon. We just don't have the date yet.
Did I put some cereal? Wait a minute, y'all, but see, y'all taking me too fast because I don't do religion. That's y'all do Allah, right?
Let me tell you something, Mo Black. Before you say that, let me tell you this. Our forefathers are the founders of the first religious creed. That stuff that they call religion is not religion at all. So don't be confused.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We are religious people. Do we seem like aliens to you?
No. Listen, Grand Sheik, I'm always into learning. Now, you know, I sent you something the other night and asked you, was it true? I be up all times in the morning meditating and shit. And then I be,
She's studying Akhenaten.
I know.
She's studying. But yeah, Mo Black, let me tell you something. Don't allow the past experiences or the misrepresentation of what religion is. Religion is only a pathway to bind you back to the source from which you came. All that other stuff they try to cloak as religion is misinformation. It's destructive. It's a lot of it is male chauvinistic information, has nothing to do with connecting you back to the source of your being. That is what real religion is about. Connecting you to the source of which you derive from. Now, how you get there? I get there through the Moorish Science Temple of America. You know what I'm saying? But I
get there from charging crystals, burning sage, and hugging trees. Goddamn it.
Right.
That's how I get there.
All right. Well,
and moving games.
Don't talk about you don't do no religion because we are religion. They didn't flip it and made it something else. It's all good. But that means to say we meeting in Atlanta, sis. So don't let that keep you away.
I'm not. Grand Sheik gonna be there. I'm coming.
Not if
I'm gonna be there.
I'm not there. You gonna be there.
So is Mo.
Hey, whatever motivation to get you here and the rest of the people. So peace and love. Whatever to get you here.
And let me tell you something, family. And before I give up the Grand Sheik Akhenaten the final word, I want to say that, family, I am a very religious person. And I want to tell you something. It don't compare to that stuff that you used to know about. I'm goofy. I have a good time. I try to educate myself. I try to share what I've learned with other people. I live my life just on terms of bettering myself every day, making myself better tomorrow than I was yesterday. That's the terms of my religion. I have some guidelines and structures that I go by, but family, don't let nobody trick you to believe that when the Pope mess with little boys, that's religion. That is about as much as religion as Alli Muhammad being a part of the revolutionary movement for our people. We know he's not revolutionary. Right. We know he's not a liberator. So we wouldn't even characterize that. Man, I ain't a revolutionary because of Alli Muhammad. No, Mo Black is a revolutionary.
That's right.
See, you know what I mean? So we ain't gonna use Alli Muhammad to define what is revolutionary. So nor will we use the Pope to define what religion. Nor will we use fake Muslims, fake Christians, fake Jews, fake anything to define what is religion. Take it away, Brother Akhenaten.
Yeah, Islam.
And now look at your neighbor and say, "No, I'm playing."
Islam, great. Hey, first of all, as always, we must rise to raise our thoughts to infinite wisdom, giving praise to the great universal creator and honors to our prophet, noble Jew Ali, the last prophet in these days and time, and to the honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, the one who said, "Up ye mighty race, you can accomplish what you will." We give honors to him and honors to all those that have come before us, whether they came as prophets, messengers, and most importantly, honors to each and every one of you, because when man honors man, he honors that creative force, known by many names, known by many natures. And I want to just give honor to each and every one of you for supporting a platform like this. I think everybody knows by now, you know, as the Grand Sheik said earlier in the program, that social media, I'm on radio, television, broadcasting, and social media is now at a whole nother level. And I think it's important because just as the Grand Sheik said, we take our instruments with us wherever we go. This device that we are looking at each other or participating as a viewer, this is the new age now. This is the age of Aquarius. This is the age of communication where we can have our reflection, if you will, all around the planet at once. And so this is the platform right now. And I just have to salute you for supporting the Grand Sheik as our people's Grand Sheik. And I think most of y'all know he earned that title, People's Grand Sheik. He's a people Grand Sheik, going out and defending our people. So please support the channel, because what other channel has done what he's done, exposing the espionage, the agents, the informants, and those that is in the midst of us, because we know that they always come looking like us. And so now we have to be more diligent, as the Grand Sheik is telling us, about whenever we go support a movement, we have to vet our leaders before we make a decision to roll with them. And we must hold them accountable. So one of the things that the Grand Sheik has rolled out, and honors to him for the work, and we asking y'all to be able to participate, because this is what is all about, being accountable. Honors to those that were on this platform. You, Mo Black, for being consistent and having the courage to come forward and talk to the people and just be raw and real with us about your experience. That helps all others who haven't achieved the courage yet to come up. As the Grand Sheik reminds us that there's so many people that has come forth. A lot of our sisters that inbox him and other people tell them about their experiences, but because you all came out, it helps. And I want to give a special honor to the other people that were on the platforms. Honors Grand Sheik for having a platform full of our warrioresses. Yes. Our warrioresses that were presented here. Salute to General Tiffany. What's her other name?
Demira,
yeah. Support. Just a great shout out to you for being the impetus for encouraging these women to come out so that we can do what? Do what our sister, who's the other sister, General
Hashima,
you know, who I can tell she got some skills to help our sisters through the healing process. And she's on point, you know, holding people accountable is key. But she also mentioned just talking about this. And Grand Sheik, you provided this platform. Because when you talk and just be honest, be transparent about what has happened to you, that's part of the purifying of your soul. That's part of the healing of your traumatic experience. And we got to talk about it in the community, because too long we've allowed people in our community as predators, sometimes even in our family, and we don't speak up about it. It's time to not let that go silent. As you say, Grand Sheik, time out for that stuff. We got to correct that ideal of what they call not snitching. That don't even apply to these types of cases right now. And so we have to protect our children, our youth. And as you said, Grand Sheik, you know, think about the children. I got children. You got children. Man, that's a hard thing to swallow, just to realize these predators impacting children that are 4 years old. Man, that's we got to stop that. The only way it's going to happen is holding ourselves first. That's what we do in the Moorish Science Temple of America. As Moorish American Muslims, we hold ourselves accountable first. This is why you see the Grand Sheik holding himself accountable to you by making sure that there's a platform for our people to express themselves, to tell us what has happened in their experience, and so we could be the warners to our community, so we could protect our community. So that is worthy. Y'all know what I'm going to do. Don't just come and view. Give $1.
And if you don't got $1, give $2. Give $5. And if you got tens of thousands, give tens of thousands. But if you got 50,000, some of y'all can afford 50,000.
Hey, that's how you did it. But this one here is worthy of it, right? I think the Grand Sheik has demonstrated to y'all that he's worthy of that trust.
Absolutely. And I'd like to thank all those who support Sister Dolores Taylor. She's in the chat tonight. Memuna, and everybody. I can't mention everybody, but I just want to say thank you for all your support, always, all the time coming through. Sister Tiffany with her bag of purse. I'm gonna actually put the link. I'm gonna put her link into the body of this, so we can get her support in what she's doing. See, people like Cryptonomics. You know what I mean?
Honest Cryptonomics.
Cryptonomics.
Right.
You know,
leading the path.
And let me tell you something.
$100
for my brother Cryptonomics, and any one of y'all. Sometimes Cryptonomics just send me a text through the line. Y'all know the Moorish World TV line. If you don't, it's always posted. Sometimes he give me a text and say, "You good?"
That's real.
That's a
love.
donation. That's a donation. That's the encouragement. Because in doing this, we get a lot of attacks. And let me tell you something, family. While many people are focusing on the attacks that I might get for talking about the indiscretions of Ali or Crystal Muhammad or whomever on Moorish World TV, what y'all don't know is that I got another platform where I address Moors and I get attacks there.
That's right. Tell it, Grand Sheik. That's real talk. We were talking about that earlier.
I did an interview where these Moors, and this was a live interview, these Moors got up in arms and was like, they tried to run me out the temple from an interview because they got so mad with the information and the back and forth of the interview that they stood up and was like, you got to get up. They cussed and everything, these holy Moors now. But the point that they holy Moors. But the point that I'm making is that many people paying attention to Moorish World TV, where people are getting up in arms. But you know what? I'm right up in our own house with Moors,
That's right.
also experiencing the same.
And you know what?
Thing.
You finna get attacked again. You know why you finna get attacked?
Not by Mo Black. I don't care as long as it ain't Mo Black.
I guarantee you are. So Cryptonomics the only one that calls and texts and make sure you do it.
Mo Black, we ain't go. Mo Black, you know you my co-host. Stop, Mo Black. Stop trying to do that to me.
Okay, I'm okay. All right.
So you know we go, Mo. We know we go. So don't do that. Now,
okay, I'm gonna sit back and cross my legs.
We know you got. We know you. We know. Mo Black. We know.
But no,
we know you got his support.
As an example, because Cryptonomics, just like you, Mo Black, you just check on Mr. Grand Sheik, you good, and it's quite other. It's other people too. I just was using Cryptonomics as an example because he put up $100, and people may think that it's all about $1. And I just wanted to put emphasis on that. Although Cryptonomics put up $100, he also just pick up the phone and call me, just like you do too. Because it's not about money all the time. Everybody don't have it like that. But I'm gonna tell you that encouraging word, that inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Tiffany hit me up, and people hit me up. Sister Dolores hit me up, and I mean, so many people hit me up. That is just as powerful on this mission. Is what I wanted to put emphasis on. You know.
That's right.
But I like your 10s, I like your 20s, I like your 100s, but some of y'all can do that. Man, I tell you, when I heard that, I thought I was right in Pastor Pickfoot. Uh-oh, they're gonna Mo turn.
And Grand Sheik, I don't want to be remiss. I would be remiss if I didn't give honor to our sister General DeVita, is that was her name?
Oh my goodness,
man. Yeah, that was a true honor of a spirit that really you know, you could just feel her heart and her love for the community and for her sisters. And she speaks from a lot of experiences. You had a well-rounded group of warriors tonight. And I just want to make sure we salute every single one of them. And as you said, putting them in the chat to support them in what they do, because they do the work. These are the people that are actually doing the work. And I want to give honor to them that they have not allowed a person like Muhammad Ali or any other predator that's in our community to keep them from doing the work.
Indeed.
And that's what the agent provocateurs is all about. The whole COINTELPRO is to destroy organizations and movements, right? To keep our people from wanting to even organize. So we don't want that to happen, or otherwise they won. Don't let that happen, family. And let me just lower Grand Sheik, turn it back over to you. And I just say, Friday Holy Day honors. It's Friday Holy Day. We're excited about having a Holy Day meeting, and y'all look for the Grand Sheik, who is going to deliver the Friday Holy Day message that's empowering. It's not about the religion, family. It's about you connecting with your true self as spirit. And we want to just say, hey, love, as the prophet in our Moorish Science Temple, we say that love is the only savior of the world. And it was love that brought this channel together, Moorish World TV. It was love that all the warriors came here tonight to share their love for their people. And with that, peace and love.
Appreciate you. And I want to give a special thank to I Want All the Smoke, my brother King T, solid supporters of the channel. And I got Nutso. Say 2 minutes. You got a minute, brother. Take us out, brother. Man, you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. I just tell the sister I feel a spirit, man. And I got much love for you, both of y'all. If you ever in an A and you need something or you need me, I'm here.
You hear that, Smoke Black? That's my brother Nutso Can. But Nutso, I speak with you soon, brother. I've been super busy,
Indeed.
but man, I appreciate you. You know, I'll be in the A real soon, so we're gonna connect right there. But again, thanks everybody. Thanks for everybody who support my brother Sonny Boxing. He's in B-More. We're gonna hook up tomorrow. And everybody, I can't name everybody. C-Trey, everybody. I love how we moving. And we're gonna get some healing on. But on Sunday, put on your seatbelt because Sister Onika, she got a story to tell that she's been holding for quite some time. So with that being said, peace and love. Mo Black, I love you, sis. Hold up, Mo Black trying to cuss. Say again?
I ain't cussing, Grand Sheik. I said peace of light, man. Golly, man. Give me a benefit of that sometime.
Mo Black gonna be my once a week co-host.
Oh, cuss outside, Grand Sheik. I'm working on it too.
You doing good though, Mo Black. You doing good. Only time you don't cuss when Akhenaten here.
Oh, gone, Grand Sheik.
Peace and love, man.
But you know what? I really do. You think I'm lying? I really do try to work on it. I really do.
I can tell. I can tell because the first time you came on the show, good goodness and gracious, I was like, oh my goodness, she speak a whole new language.
That's why I wasn't saying that earlier. I was thinking to myself, now how you gonna talk and not curse, Mo? You gotta, you know.
I'm like, Mo speak a whole new language. She speak Profana English.
I got to learn Swahili or some shit, man. Cause goddamn, you know, hell, shit. Fuck. I'm just saying.
Peace and love, family. See y'all on Sunday.
Black Power, Grand Sheik, Akhenaten Bay. Black Power, Grand Sheik, Tahaka.
Akhenaten Bay.
Is love.
Akhenaten Bay.
Hang this shit up. Turn it off.
Peace and love.